but ready to fight. Standing tall, doing what's right. Shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep. Breaking chains, leaving pain behind. Calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, if you can just bear with me, for some reason, a screenshot has disappeared. Where is that screenshot? Where did I put you? All right, let me check. Yes, you'll find this tonight's stream is going to be extremely interesting, to say the least. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's number 4. Right, okay. Okie dokie. So we got, please hold. So we got number 4. Okay, we got that one. Right, so that can go there. And then we got this here. We got that one. And then we got that one. And then we got number 4. Yes. You see, some of you people out there made some really stupid mistakes. And just for the record, this is my creative property. You do not have the right to use any of the contents of this video unless you've asked me for permission. Maybe my voice, my likeness, or the content within this. This content is protected under intellectual property So if I see anyone using it, word of advice, there is a case being built right now. And every time someone uses my content or my voice for commercial use, the case is being built against you. The second thing is, let me make something absolutely fucking clear to all you absolute low IQ level type of people. I have never, will never, have never, okay, treated my wife negatively in any shape or form. When you start spreading rumors like that, okay, you're pissing off someone you don't want to piss off. And due to the fact that you've pissed someone off, okay, let's get some home truths. Now, approximately 3 months ago, well, 3.5 months ago, okay, two individuals decided, and this is probably also with influence from other parties who we're not going to name because at the end of the day, sympathy, do or die, you know. And I was going to mention a date here, and let's not forget this date. Let's remember this date, okay, August 21st, 2019. Okay, let's remember that date. Keep that in your mind. Write it down. Remember that date, okay, because that's part and parcel of a little bit of digging, a little bit of research and investigation that's going on at present. Now, I wasn't going to mention anything, but hey, you know. But anyway, so good evening. I want you guys to pay very close attention. When you make accusations, you got to be very careful what type of accusations you make. Now, some of these accusations, you'll find yourself in some fucking deep water, especially with someone who's been very quiet lately. Okay, and he's been sitting on the sidelines. Now, I know a lot of people out there like to press buttons, so we're going to be naming some names tonight. So sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy. Okay, because I'm ignoring chat. So first things first, Daniel, Panorama Computers. First of all, again, a belated birthday. I did wish you a birthday a week or so ago, and I wish you all the best as well. Now, one thing I've noticed, I was sent a screenshot where you were basically, you seemed intimidated by people in that stream. And I found that a little bit, oh shit, have I forgot to do that? I am so sorry. Please hold. I am so sorry. I keep on forgetting that because I'm in such a rush to get all this done. I do apologize. There you go. I hope that's better. Oh, no, wait. It should be done now. There you go. Right. So obviously there's a couple of things I noticed, and I think it's only fair to mention these. Now, Daniel, I don't have anything against you. I just pointed out some discrepancies, some issues that you had. And the thing is, I get it, okay? Yeah, you're being manipulated. I'm just saying this. I just want you to understand that there's no hate or I'm just telling you, you are being manipulated. People are scaring you into thank you very much, Robert. People are manipulating you. So please understand this. All right. And I can prove that. So, Daniel, if you're listening to this, DK Lucas, if you're listening to this, let me please point out you are being manipulated. You are being used as a weapon. You are being weaponized against other people because people will not come after you. People will not attack you because of one reason or the other. Okay, please understand you are being used. All right, just stick to what you did before. Stick to just your hobbies, computers, and stuff like that. Just stay out of this because what you're going to hear tonight, okay, is going to show you point blank what's going on here. All right, I've kept my mouth shut for a while. I mean, this is not even touching the surface. This is me not even warming up. So what you're going to see tonight is me pointing out some facts, some truths. Okay, so I want you to pay attention. All right, but Daniel, if you listen to this, first of all, belated birthday, happy birthday, and please just distance yourself from all the negativity, distance yourself from the people who came into your stream when all this was going on, okay, and you'll notice a change. These people have come in, and the fact that someone made a threat towards you saying if you didn't wind your neck in, they'd send Tim after you, they'd unleash Tim from his kennel. Yeah, that is going to come back to bite someone in the ass within the next half an hour. Now, at the end of the day, guys, I know that you're not happy. I know that you don't like it when this happens. But at the end of the day, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the truth and a lie. I'm talking about facts, not fiction. I'm talking about honesty, not deception. All right. So you have the choice to leave, unsubscribe, and fuck off. I don't care. That is entirely up to you. But at the end of the day, if you can't handle the truth, right? If you can't handle the truth, or you don't want to hear the truth, that it will disrupt your fantasy or your whatever, okay, then that's not my problem. That's your problem. But sometimes you have to fucking put the truth out there. Now, what's triggered this? Well, it hasn't really triggered anything, but what I will say is this. When you say something about my wife, considering I have probably got one of the best marriages you can ever have, okay, a loving marriage, a loving wife. Here's a thing. At least I've got one. This is directed at certain individuals. I've got a loving wife. I've got a loving relationship. I've got someone who cares and loves for me, and I can reciprocate that. So be very careful what you say in the future. And everyone has heard what our relationship is like. And there's not one person in here who can say there's anything negative about our relationship. So here's a word of advice. Go fuck yourself. At least I have. At least I'm not going through a divorce. At least, you know, this is not my second, third, or fifth relationship. This is my love. Okay? So go fuck yourself. And if you want to use my likeness or my voice on your stream, then pay me. Because all you're doing right now is just giving me more and more proof. But we digress. Now, a few days ago, a couple of days ago, a post appeared. Actual fact, let me go and make sure that I've got these all in order. A few days ago, a post appeared. Okay, and I couldn't see it. So I richly had to log out. Okay. And then I thought, you know what, fuck it, why should I care? So a good friend, or friends, multiple friends, decided to screenshot it for me. And I was like, okay, brilliant. That'll be nice of you. Thank you very much. And they did. And this is public information. This information that was made public, and it was put out in the What the Hell's group. Now, as you can remember, around December, something went down. Apparently, I'm jealous of people. Nah, not going to happen. You're delusional. And I think you definitely have a couple of fucking screws loose. And, anyway. So, you want to make accusations. You want to make false accusations. Now, we all remember what happened around Christmas time with, yes, people are going to be named now. Max Lab, a.k.a. Matt Parker, a.k.a. multiple other names. And Chrissa Gurley, a.k.a. Georgie, a.k.a. the Wilburns. Now, we all know, okay, what happened around Christmas. And I made a post. And I'm going to read that post out to you, okay? Because I want you to understand of how much interest I had. Okay, I know that people are not going to fucking like this. I get it. But sometimes the truth hurts. And here are my comments. Let me try this again. Because for some reason, okay, the post was removed. So I posted it again, and this time it worked. And here are my comments. Well, let's try again, shall we? Well, ladies and gents, Wookiees and Ewoks, here we are again. Strange, isn't it? After months of relentless negativity and attacks aimed at me and others, the very people responsible are now the stars of their own little relevation show. Revealing, oh, you know what I mean, right? Spot the pattern yet? Oh, but wait. Now your target is someone who's disabled? Fascinating. And why? Pray tell. Aren't you tearing that person apart? Oh, right, yeah. One rule for one and a complete different set of for everyone else. How delightfully predictable. But wait, there's more. Let's not forget the attacks on everyone, especially those two brave souls who dared to point out the discrepancies from the start. Oh yes, you picked your sides, didn't you? No proof, no evidence, just blind belief in the pathetic story. That's one fact you can take to the bank. But hey, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks for proving me and others right, for showing your true colours, and for handing me the answers to the accusations or porcupines, aka lies. Turns out I was telling the truth all along. So thank you for that, truly, and I mean this. Thank you for that, and the fact I was right. Now, do I feel vindictive? What do you call it? What's the word? There's a word for it. What is the word? There was a word for it. Vindicate? Yeah, do I feel vindicated? Yes, absolutely. Now, to, now, may I take this golden opportunity to say that to all involved have earned themselves a one-way ticket to a special place. Don't worry, I've already pre-booked your spots in an exclusive corner of hell. Redemption, forgiveness, sorry, not on the menu today. That said, let me make one thing crystal clear. I have zero interest in involving myself further in this circus. And I'll be sitting back, popcorn at hand, watching from the sidelines. For those with the prominent roles in this mess, I sincerely hope you come clean and tell the truth. It's about time, don't you think? Have a fantastic day. I remember the whole debacle has absolutely nothing to do with what the hell's in the LP case. People do what they like, after all. Yeah. Cheerio, chaps and chapsesses. Right? That was my post. And obviously some people, right? Yeah, some people obviously don't get a drift. They don't get it in their head. They just don't get it. So I want you all to pay a lot of attention, because some of you go into their streams. Some of you sit in there and you talk shit, whatever. I don't really care. But you sit in their streams and you listen to what they say. It's like a fucking game of ping pong. All right? But I'm going to make a couple of things very clear today. Around Christmas, I was accused of lying. I was accused of God knows what. I proved categorically what happened. I proved who the instigators was. I proved who the troublemakers and the liars were. I have proved from day one who lies and who is lying, who fabricates stories. Okay. And I had evidence. I had proof. I had the receipts, everything. And some of you went, yeah, you're talking out your fucking ass. Okay. Well, this is where you made a mistake. Okay, you want to listen to someone who sits on their platform and make out they're the fucking pillar of the community, but they are so spiteful and hateful and lie through their teeth. I proved that. Yes, I twisted the truth slightly to prove that this person can tell the truth. But here's the thing: you people are so fucking naive that you don't even know when the truth will slap you in the face if it was if it was a sexual fucking favor. So I'm going to prove to you that what happened around Christmas and what's been happening till this day is not my fault. The thing is, when people show the proof and people are telling the truth, everyone goes after them to destroy their credibility, to destroy what they say. But the thing is, no one will stand there and actually say, do you know what? You have made a fucking good point. So tonight, you're going to find out those points. And I really don't care what your opinion is about me. I really don't. But let me make something absolutely fucking clear. I want you to remember August the 21st of 2019. I want you to remember that. Keep that in your diary. I want you to remember that. Now, The other day, a post came out, and this post, okay, as you can see, this post was this one here. Yeah. As you can see in this post, let's get, so, as you can see, okay, this was directed. Now, this has got nothing to do with me. I don't even know who this person is. But don't you find it strange? Don't you find this icon very strange? Seems to come up a lot. But I want you to read this. I'm going to leave this up so you can read it. And also, what I wanted to do, okay, these two things here, okay, these are messages. Now, these are not to me. These are not to people I know. These messages are from that person. Don't know who that person is. Haven't got a clue who that person is. I know, Gail, but I'm putting something to bed now because I want to make absolutely fucking sure that certain people who like to use my voice and my content, right, need to think very, very fucking close and very careful and think twice now. Because as of today, you've got the warning now. And if you seriously think that I'm not doing something about that, or that I have not done anything about that, all right, think again. Think again and think very closely. As you can see, right. And here, what I want to point out, okay, I wanted to point out this here, okay, this here. I want you to read that. I want you to read this, okay. You're basically fucking turning around and calling someone a fucking animal. Now, obviously, this person, we're talking about Tim Fox here, all right, the emotional fucking, yeah, anyway. Now, as you can see here, this is obviously Max Lab, and in not one bit does he mention anyone's name. In fact, he's actually crying out for support and help. Okay, this is actually him helping, right? And I don't, and she says she doesn't do calls. Well, that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. She does calls. She does DM calls on Facebook, and she also does calls on Discord. So that's a lie. Okay, so all this evidence here, yeah. Now, let's have a look at this one. This here, obviously, this is all public information. This was posted. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I bet. I know, Raz. I know. Right. But here's the thing. This here, right, shows payments or monies that Max has received. Now, at the end of the day, this is not against Max. I'm trying to prove a point. So please don't think that this is an attack on Max. It's not. I am showing you a modus operandi. I am showing you a pattern of behavior. I am showing you evidence. Okay? This has already been made public. So you all know about this. So don't fucking start going, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't show all that. Yes, I can. It's public information. But I want you to pay attention to all this. As you can see here, with the money that he was given, right, definitely outdone this bill. Now, we go on. Now, as you can see here, I want you to look at these comments here. I know you can't see them properly, but this, I want you to see. Okay, I want you to see. These are different people. All these are different comments from different people. Okay, I'm not trying to fucking do nothing. I'm just showing you. But look at this comment here. Okay, now why would an individual, if they're lying, why would they be so precise? Now, if this was not said on that stream, all it takes is someone to go to that stream, okay, a couple of days ago, and verify if that was said. Okay. Now, obviously, I think. Look, I'm gonna be honest here. I think that comment there must have been done in jest. I don't think it was meant to degrade or something like that. But with the historical background and what's happened in the past, who the fuck can know? Okay, who the hell can know? So let's just put that down. Let's let the jury deal with that one. Okay, and that's just on this post here. Now, if we go on to the next one. This is the original post. Now, I want you to read this, and I'm going to read it out to you. Now, I find it very interesting when I sent out that message to Max Lab that night after them going around spreading crap. I basically wanted him to explain to me and to talk to me and explain to me what the hell was going on. And I said to him in that message, I said, look, if you've got an issue or you find it a little bit overwhelming, something like that, get someone else, we'll talk. And, because I know about your disability and we'll sort this out. Okay. I was even trying to help to make sure that he had some sort of way to communicate. Now, here, this person, okay, is basically ripping in. I mean, this is probably the best worded way I could fucking ever. I should have asked this person to actually write my message because, I mean, it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. But how come this individual is not having his arse ripped open and had a flagpole shoved up his backside? But you do it to me. And he's got 10 people who actually gave the thumbs up. So why is it that you treat one person one way and treat someone else differently? Is it because I'm not an American? Is it because, I don't beat around the bush and I use vulgarity and cough and sneeze and whatever? Is it because, I say it as it is? Why? Why is that? Why is it that one person can say all this, as you see on the air, and judge and criticize someone with disability, but doesn't get their ass ripped open, but you do it to me? And you do it to other people like Ratters. People who've actually pointed out the facts. And we've both been vindicated. When that post was made, we both were vindicated instantly like that. We were both vindicated. And actually, on that note, I'm going to go and get Dr. Pepper to celebrate. Yeah. And I there you go. Okay. As you can see, Rattis' comment. Now, Rattis is here. He can speak for himself, but this is my stream, and I'm not done yet. So as you can see, you can read that, yeah? Right? But look at this. Look at this here. Okay. This is Max Lab. Let's see, all this stretch of documents is over $3,000. What that will be billed in the next few weeks. That's what's being paid. This is Max. Okay, if you can remember when I was on a stream with fucking Boldy, all right, and Squirrel was there, and he's going on about. You remember his computer? Him saying that his graphics card just blew, and I was actually on there trying to help him to figure it out. And then suddenly someone gave him $200, and then suddenly his fucking graphics card was working again. Right? That's when I knew that guy was a fucking grifter. But no one believed me. Everyone thought I was hating on someone. But hey, shit happens. But anyway, now we move on to this one. Now, as you can see, right, as you can see here, there's loads of people. Yes, we remember that fucking name, don't we? Hey, you two-faced little bitch. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, your number's up soon as well. Yeah, you've all made mistakes. You've all put your foot in it. And then at some point, you're going to try and get your foot out of the shit street that you put it in. But hey, here's the thing. Now, you gave them 230. That's 2,300 pages. Okay. And then you're going, what, 30? So hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, I thought you were all knowing. I thought you were the fucking cleverest one in the block. Oh, wow. Wow. So does this mean, yeah? Does this mean that you have to eat humble pie now? Anyway, right. So as you can see, everyone, right? But you see this one here? Now, I found this quite strange because this here, ladies and gentlemen, is his bill. There you go. You see it, as you can see. Okay. How the hell can you get 3,251 pages? And that's on the 25th of this month. How? I mean, I'm not very clued up on Pacer, but I got educated by my pretty inner squid, and I did, obviously with asking questions in the background. That there is a government body not paying attention, that someone's abusing their system and hasn't stopped them from being able to touch these pages, or Max does not understand what he is doing and needs to be educated, and someone needs to be with him. When it comes to this, he should not be allowed to use this. Now, is it my place to say that? No. But do I believe that he needs help to be educated? Absolutely. Do I think that people are using and abusing him? Absolutely. But it gets worse. Now, as you can see up here, this is from earlier on. Okay, all this. You see all these comments here, right? I'm not hiding anything. All right. But if you read all this, they ask him for proof. As you can see, this is the screenshot from before. Okay, and then you got all this. And this is public. You can actually go on Facebook and you can see this post, and all you have to do is go through it. But look at this. Look at this. Why the fuck are people trying, right, to make the people who are the ones who caused all this shit in the first place? Now, let's look at the situation where MaxLab had his mod removed when he was with Mike, and then basically Mike fucked him off, and we tried to explain to him why, right? And I can show the screenshots of what Mike said in the background about Max, but that'd be pointless because obviously, when he talks, it's like fucking Jesus talking. Obviously, everyone believes it. Oh, they're not under my skin, Mitch. Trust me, they're not. I'm just trying to prove a point here. I'm vindicating two people, probably multiple people, who know that they've been lying through their teeth from the get-go. So a lot of people are being vindicated tonight, but I'm just proving a point. Okay, I'm just making my point. So basically, everyone understands. Now, I know that you don't like me doing this. I know that you want me to move on. But when it comes to MaxLab and Daniel, they're both very manipulated. They can be they both can be very easily manipulated. And that's what concerns me. And the thing is, there's no one to protect them from these people. And that concerns me a lot. Right. And instead of actually attacking people and questioning people like me or like Rattus or other people who are pointing out the facts, what you people should be doing, you should be protecting Daniel. You should be protecting MaxLab. Yes, they're no angels. Yes, they talk their asses. That I get that, but they are adults. But the thing is, somewhere down the line, people need to put a barrier between them and these individuals who sit on their platform, glorify it just because they had Jeremy on there, okay, or because they had whoever on there, okay. That's point. That's irrespective of all that, right? No, that's why should I do that, Gail? I'm not going to get a group together. No, absolutely not. But this here proves categorically that they're being manipulated. All right. But what really pisses me off is this. All right. That a lot of people seem to fucking miss. This here. Comments like from Georgie. I mean, I could let him out of his kennel. All right. Or I don't do calls, but what's wrong? That's a fucking lie. Or what she says here. Or what she says here. Okay. All these screenshots are on that website or in the fate and what the hell's. So that's entirely up to you to research that. But let me tell you something right now. Okay? Let me tell you something right fucking now. All this is not my doing, but I tell you one thing, it is fucking vindictive. It's very, it's basically the nail. It's basically the holy grail of here's the proof. Yet again, MaxLab. Yet again, the Wilburns, aka Chrissy, aka Georgie, yet again. And where was she today? From a screenshot that I received today. Where is she? Yeah, I don't even call him that platform anymore. I just call him Mike, or aka Kojak, right? Because the thing is, they no longer deal with veterans. They never do anything for them anymore. So and no matter what these individuals say about me, one thing I will say: this here now proves categorically who is to blame for what happened around Christmas, who the people instigators were. Because here, right now, you have it from so why aren't you fucking going after these people? Why aren't you fucking attacking these people? Why aren't you bringing this Tammy McCarroll and all these other people up? Why? Why is it different for them? Because, hey, people say, oh, you should be dealing with this in DMs. Why should we? What, hide the fucking proof? Hide the truth of what people really are like? I mean, the fact that people don't even do the research on their own fucking videos, right? And then lie through their teeth. Remember a certain video where I apparently was not, when someone apparently phoned the CPS? And then when I had to prove the difference between that fuckwit lying and telling the truth, I had to twist the truth to get him to tell the truth. What else do you people need? Hey? What else do you fucking need? And the fact that some fucking low IQ'd little cow, right, accused me of treating my wife in a negative way. At least I've got a beautiful partner. At least I've got a queen who I can adore and love. Not like some people who have to either look in front of a mirror and rub their forehead until they spit, or they have to pay for it. So here's a word of advice. If you want to come after me and you want to attack me on a personal level, then I don't give a fuck if I've got 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. Okay? I will name and shame you. Jen. Not the Aussie Jen, but the ever Jen. And not just you. And here's a word of advice. Yeah. I mean, we call it, I get it. Yeah. That would be a very interesting question. Funny enough, I did think about that a few months ago. Yeah. So, yeah, why don't you keep taking your medication, as you stated on, Mitch, I'm not even going to tell her that happened, because if I tell her, she will come on here. And I don't want to be responsible, because I can assure you, she won't be scared of saying what needs to be said. But she doesn't want to get involved. And I'm not going to allow her to get involved. This is my channel. This is me. Right? There are insecure people out there. So remember this. This here, okay, has opened a kettle of fish that they're trying to get away from. And you know how they did that? Do you know how they did that? Or they attempted to? Is by talking about me. But thanks very much for the plug. After you talking about me, I actually got a new subscriber. I've probably lost a few now, but thanks very much anyway. So, I appreciate it. But there you go. So, I think a lot of people now need to start questioning who and where the fucking truth is, because let's be honest with you. And Robert, you did make a very good fucking point there. You did make a very good point, an extremely good point. Yeah. Okay, it's like the families officer with our lot, or it's the RCMO, right, career management, and you'd think, it's all this about the VA and everything else. You'd ask. Yeah, I know, Eric. I know. Yeah, hey Rattus, I can actually introduce you to 2 women. One's called Pamela, and the other one is called Angela. You know, palm and hand, get it? But no, Robert, you hit the nail on the head. An SRO, which, you know, you'd think that, wouldn't you? But remember the date's August 21st, 2019. Yeah, just remember that date. It's going to be very interesting. And what do you think of the new pictures, by the way? What do you think of these? What do you think of these pictures? Yeah. Now, look, guys, I get it. You don't like me talk. You know, I haven't spoken about this because I've moved on. Yes, I have. But when you actually see evidence, that's vindictive, you know, it's basically showing that you were truthful and that you told the truth from the get-go, and not just me, but also other people, right? Like Rattus and other people who pointed that out. But you know, it's this is the thing. Right? You can say what you like. You can do what you like. But one thing I'm going to tell you right now, I will never ever fabricate anything. If I can't fucking prove anything, I'm not just going to fucking say it like some people. And tonight, right, the only reason I have mentioned any of this is because I'm sick and tired of these fucking low lifes who've got low IQ, right, who've got nothing better to do is to attack people on a personal level because they think that I won't do anything about it. Well, let's put it this way. For the last fucking 5 weeks, right, and I'm not the only one, right, I have paid nearly £1,000 on a legal document. So someone is in fucking trouble. But yeah, keep opening your mouth. Keep fucking giving me that good shit. Keep doing it. Keep fucking giving it to me. Because the thing is, you don't realize is that there's international laws as well, right? And here's the thing: YouTube, right, is international. Remember, you've got international waters, and then you got country waters. So, yeah. I have been given hints for the last few months. Well, for the last, I say, half a dozen lives, but people obviously not realizing it. But oh, I will, Eric. I will. But the other stuff, I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to wait. But the £1,000 I've spent so far is every penny is worth it. Every penny is fucking worth it. And if you think I'm joking, call my bluff. All right, Rat, just have a good night, mate. Have a good night, fella. Dahlia, hi. Mismatched Menace. YouTube is international, but so is the FBI. Have a great day. Oh, I know that the FBI is. I know about the FBI is, but here's the thing is, FBI, when it comes to cybercrime, right, you need to make sure that the person is actually committing cybercrime. I can. And Mismatched Menace, you know, thanks for coming in and leaving again. At least you had the decency to, you know, I'm not sure if you're just trolling or, you know, I don't know. And I don't really care, to be honest, this morning. I really don't care. Because that doesn't scare me. Because if you seriously think I haven't spoken to someone in the American embassy, then you've got something fucking coming. That's the problem with you guys. I mean, here's the thing. You got one person, every time you say something about them or to them, right, it's a threat. Or they consider it a threat. And they go, libel, defamation, it's a threat, it's a threat. So what? I thought you were a big, bad man. I thought you were really tough. I've been threatened. We'll see when you decided to impersonate one. Oh, I impersonated someone from the FBI. Really? When did I do that? And I hope that you know what you're talking about, because obviously I don't think you do. You absolute plank. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Okay. Yeah. No, it's all right. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Leave him. All right. Here's a question: who can join, or who can be recruited or join the FBI? All right. Out of 200 applicants, how many applicants do you think go through and actually achieve to join the FBI? Hmm? And that's without Googling it. And do you have to be a national? Can you join the FBI on a green card? You're an absolute fucking idiot. You are. You're an absolute idiot. And I find it so funny that you actually, now that you've actually sat here in my stream and actually said that, right? You're an absolute idiot. By the way, I do not reside in Texas like you think. I may be your next door net. Oh, God. Yeah. Do you know what? Why don't you come and knock on the door? I'll put the kettle on so you can have a cup of coffee. How about that? Menace, you don't scare me, mate. You don't scare me one bit. In fact, you need to be very careful what you fucking say. Do you know why? Because the more you open your mouth, the less credibility you have. You fucking idiot. You see, people, this is exactly what I mean. Right? By the way, only American citizens can become members of the FBI. Just saying. Right? Just so you know. Even with a green card. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I look forward. Make sure you bring your gum shield with you. Just saying. I look forward to meeting you. But make sure you bring your gum shield and an emergency contact phone number, and have that sort of written on your wrist or something like that. Because when the ambulance, who knows, ambulance, police, or whoever needs to deal with whatever, know who to contact, so know what, where to visit you. If you're going to make threats, I'm not making threats. These are promises. Make sure you bring your gum shield with you, Menace. That's all I'm saying. Fucking me, FBI. I wouldn't even be allowed to freaking work in a canteen in the FBI, let alone fucking be there. You see what I mean, people? You see, this is exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about fucking incompetent, low IQ'd, uneducated. I'm talking about tea. I don't drink tea, by the way. So yeah, Menace. See you soon, huh? I tell you what, I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, come back tomorrow when you got time. There you go. You're fucking boring me. Anyway, we know who that was, don't you? Just bear with me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Fucking hell. Ah, shit. How do you know what? This is the perfect example. Okay, this is the perfect example. Oh, hey, Robert, anybody over in the States, please answer this one question, if you don't mind. How the fuck do you deal with people like this? Do you know, in the old days, right, they used to use the retardation word, or this, now a lot of people don't like that word, okay, because because of the wokeness or whatever. I mean, it's just a terminology because obviously they didn't know about autism or stuff like that. So, but I've heard about mental disability or mental disabilities to be effective or to affect people in certain different ways, but to actually come into someone's stream, and be subscribed to that person's stream, okay, to only sit there and accuse someone of being, all right, do you know what? Let's have a look. Who can join the FBI? I always wanted to make absolutely sure. Eligibility and right. FBI eligibility. Okay, let's have a look. You must be a U.S. citizen. Public record must be a good standing with no felony convictions. Adherence with FBI drug policy. Past urine and background investigations. Student loan payments must be in good standing. Filed all required annual federal, state, and local taxes. Current on court-ordered child support payments. No engagement with organizations designed to overthrow the U.S. government. And registered with a selective service system for male applicants only. Yeah. So now, here comes a question. Can anyone in here please verify if I'm an American? If I'm a US citizen? Can you please verify that? Thank you. Good day. We need evidence, please. Thank you. Someone come get me. Oh, don't worry. I'll film it. Don't you worry. I can assure you it will be filmed. It will be on camera. That I can assure you of. Because we have a couple of laws. We have laws here. Yeah. I'll be right back. 1 sec. Anyway, but here's the thing. This is what they want. This is the type of reaction they want. So for 5 minutes there, I thought I'd give them that reaction. But this is what they want. They want to try to get under your skin or try to how can I put it? They want to try to get you upset, angry, whatever you want to call it, to then say, hey, look, this is how we reacted. These threats, this is the threats. Well, here's the thing. Here in the UK, maybe Scotland, Wales, Ireland, or England, okay, one thing you have to remember, we do have a law over here which is even stronger than yours when it comes to stand your ground, right? We have the castle doctrine, all right? Now, when you come onto someone's property, okay, you have access, the rights of access. Right. However, when the rights of access have been removed, verbally or written, that means when you come onto the property, you are automatically trespassing. When you try to enter the property, or you start, even if you knock on that door, right, that can be constituted as attempted break-in, because what you're doing, you're hitting the door, right? Now, here's the thing. If you do try to use any type of aggression or violence towards the property owner or the person who lives within the dwelling, that person can use the king of the castle doctrine, and can also use the preemptive strike doctrine. Now, the preemptive strike with one punch, hypothetically speaking, right, if they're in their property and they're defending themselves and they happen to have something in their hand, right, and they lash out, I was in fear of my safety, my life. I felt distress, harm, and harassment, and I felt in fear of my life, and I lashed out, which happens when there's a flight or fight. You got to be very careful when you make threats to people, So if you're going to come to my property, just make sure that the information that I've requested is visible and that you bring a gum shield. Because at the end of the day, right, obviously I don't want any shit sitting on my doorstep. So I will call the emergency services to remove you from my property after I've made sure that I've defended my property and myself and people within my property. So if you're going to make threats, I hope that someone actually screenshotted that and reported you for making that threat, because that's actually an online threat, which constitutes, yeah, I need to read that up again because apparently I don't know law, which I don't. American law, I don't know that much about. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say that to an American, would you? Yeah, I'm going to come to your house. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, come to my house and let me introduce you to Jesus. Yeah. Because the thing is, when you knock on my door, all you're going to hear is, can I introduce you to your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? And then you're just going to hear, and then you're going to hear, and that's basically you hitting the ground and the door's slamming behind you for the ambulance that's going to be taking you to hospital. Because I will defend myself. And I don't care if that's constituted as a threat or whatever. I will defend myself, my property, and my loved ones within that said property. And I'm legally entitled to. Different law over here in the UK, you see. So be careful what don't make threats. And I know that people are going to use this. They don't have my permission to use it. This is my personal content. And it is from my channel. And the more you do, the more evidence I got. And the thing is, one thing that YouTube did tell me is that, like, with certain amount of complaints about something, if you've got evidence and you can prove a pattern of harassment, online harassment, and everything else, and other things, they don't warn you. They just do it. Gone. So, yeah. It's a shame, really, but at least now you saw what I'm talking about. You actually saw what I'm talking about. That is the perfect example. This is the type of personalities you have to deal with. And if it's not someone who thinks they think they're God's gift to earth, and everyone believes what comes out of their mouth. Oh, really? Well, yeah. I mean, your car is your private property. I mean, technically, the police cannot search your car unless they've got a warrant. And if they try to use this, we believe that you have something in your car that may, no, you just close the door, lock it. And they have to have a search warrant. They have to have grounds, right? And they need to get a warrant. And this day and age now, the police over here, they will use distress, harm, what do you call it? Distress, harass, alarm, harassment. That's what they will use that, right? Because that basically covers everything. You can just turn around to a cop and say, no, I'm not willing to do that. And they say, right, you're causing distress, harassment, and alarm, and I feel arrest. I've had that. I've had that, and I turn around to the cop and say, well, you can't use that. And the cop went, yes, I can. I said, no, you can't, because you are a police officer, so therefore the rules don't apply to you. And if you do feel harassed or threatened, then why haven't you got backup? Why is the armed ARV not here? Why is the armed police not here? Why haven't you got more police officers here? And if that goes to court, 99% of the time, it gets blown out of court. Because and this is why also, for people who don't know the law, Section 5 of the Public Order Act under PACE is also being abused a lot, where people swear. Now, the thing is, at the end of the day, if I turn around and I call a cop a dickhead, and there's no one public around, and he says, if you swear again, I'm going to arrest you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act of PACE, you can turn around and say, no, you fucking can't, because there's no one around. And if he says, well, you're causing distress, alarm, and harassment, you can also then repeat, so, well, no, I'm not, because you're not a member of the public. And this is where a lot of police officers are falling flat on their face in this country at the moment. But the problem is, when it comes to the courts now, you have to prove to the courts that that's the conversation that took place. And some of these police officers, you need to make absolutely sure that their body cameras are working, right? And if you start recording, they can't stop you from recording because you're in a public space and they're a public servant. And they can't. And that's why it's always make sure that your phone has not just, it has a type. You have to type in the code to open it up, and not just a fingerprint or face recognition. Always make sure your phone is locked with a code, because to get that code, they need to have a warrant. Just so you're aware of that. But so yeah, Menace. Make sure you bring all that information with you, because there was multiple witnesses in this channel who saw you make a threat. So, but then again, I'm not a certain individual. I do have hair on my head, and I don't feel threatened. Oh shit, that's funny. Yeah. A Texas alien. From what I've been hearing of friends, I've got a couple of friends. Well, quite a few friends. But one's a cop in Houston, and he said the best saying I've ever heard is when someone says, "I'm going to come to your house," and it says, "Yeah, come to the house and let me give you some Smarties and introduce you to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." Because you'll just see smile flash. Yeah. I know you shouldn't laugh about that, because there are some fucking weirdos out there. But here's the problem. I know I deleted that comment. Right. But one thing I can say is this. Let's all look. So, by the way, I don't live in Texas. I don't know what that means. I haven't got a fucking clue what that means. Don't live in Texas now. Where is it? What a buys Victor. What the fuck? We'll see when I decide. Wait, what? We'll see when you decide to impersonate one. When did I ever impersonate? Wait, what? So I have to go back and actually read these fucking comments. YouTube is international, but so is the FBI. Have a great day. We'll see when you decide to impersonate one. But I do not reside in Texas like you think. I may be your next door neighbor. What's that? See you tomorrow then. We'll see. See you tomorrow then. We'll see. Dude, I don't even know how to fucking address it. Look, if you want to come around for tea, I don't lock my front door. But just so you know, you won't last long. Just giving you a fair warning. This is a public fair warning. You come on my property. Sorry. That's constituted as a threat. So good luck on that one, you absolute clown. What's this? Don't forget. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't know. No, actual fact, I commend your bravery if you do come around while the wife's at home. You're on your own on that one. I'm not getting involved. I'll just film it. No, I didn't actually. No. I mean, it's 10 to 7 in the morning, but I just wanted to make absolutely sure that people understand now. Like, at the end of the day, people, it's intuitive. No, but he'll be going to. I know one thing. He'll be going to Newport or Cardiff Hospital. That's for sure. Well, it depends what one's closer to them. My stream is dedicated to the facts of the post that was made a couple of days ago. So, and I'm going to ask all you guys in here and the people who are watching and you absolute dumb fucks who will believe anything anyone says. Why is it that you're not hounding and pounding the shit out of the people who posted that stuff? But you attacked me, dragged me through crap when I showed you the facts and the truth. Why is that? Why? Explain that to me. Are you that fucking hypocritical? Are you guys that much of hypocrites that you don't know the difference between truth and facts? But at least now, I don't give a shit what anyone says now, because now I can sit here and go, see, told the truth. Everything I said was true. So thanks very much to that lady or that chap or whoever that person was, Tammy. Thank you so much for posting all that. Thank you so much for actually showing the evidence from both sides of how Georgie treated him and how he is and everything else. Okay, it's exactly the same shit, just a different time of the year. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. I really do. So, ladies and gentlemen, now you've got a little bit of the truth. So enjoy. Because to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm going to sleep so well tonight. I'm going to sleep so well. Because I'll be honest with you, I have been a little bit concerned for Max and for Daniel and for a couple of other people who are very easily manipulated by these people. I appreciate that, girl. You know, I do appreciate that. I just feel sorry for them. Look, everyone makes mistakes. All I wanted was Max to tell the truth. And obviously, you can see the manipulation. And you can see the manipulation with Daniel as well. Even though Daniel made some mistakes and he reacted emotionally, Eric's right here. Okay, Eric is sitting in this chat right now. And he will either disagree or agree with me, what I'm saying. At the end of the day, right, people will react emotionally. This is why I say don't bring your emotions here. Now, what Daniel did, I think, was blow the belt. It was like a kick in the fucking nuts for Eric. But at the end of the day, at least Daniel was honest. He did say that he gave everyone the money back. He did say that he closed it down. He did say that. But the thing is, Daniel's opinion and mental picture of Eric was changed by the influence of other people, irregardless of what anyone says. Now, I don't have a hate or ill feeling towards Daniel or Max in that matter. But I draw a line when people, right, lie and manipulate other people, and you are seeing that happen right fucking now. You are seeing that happen right over the last few months. You are now seeing evidence. People are putting out proof out there. Max Lab himself has shown a screenshot. What else do you people need to see what the fuck is going on here? Chris, here's the thing. Okay, you are typing exactly like someone I know. So how about you leave on your own accord? And if you and to be perfectly honest with you, okay, all you're doing is making yourself look like a right tit. And listen, and if you feel sorry for me, oh dear, why is that? Why would you feel sorry for me? Right? This is now the second trial. I mean, really? You subscribe to come in here and say that? Are you seriously deluded? I mean, what the hell's wrong? Are you drinking or sniffing it or injecting it? Or did the best part of you run down your mum's leg when she farted? Do you know what? that typing style reminds me of someone called us. Was it Lilu Sliffy? Interesting, don't you think? Right? But I could be wrong. It's just a guess. But then again, I mean, you got booted out of one account, now you come in with another account. Interesting. I'll tell you what, try this one for size. Bye. God, these people bore the shit out of me. You're actually making me work now. And the fact that people have been attacked, Moosey Lady, Squid, Miss My Pretty. Who else was you? Eric. I mean, Linda nearly got dragged into the shit. Linda Knoll nearly got dragged into it. Hadn't I fucking pointed something out? Yeah. How many other people are going to be dragged through this crap before people actually wake up and see what's going on here? No, I know who that is. I know who that is. I know who that is. They fucked up in their typing. They made a big mistake with their typing style. But it's okay. You know, mummies, you're going to have people like that. I mean, like, I can just sit here and wait for the next idiot to come in. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Hey, Robert, no, we can't do that. We can't call people with the white coats and nets. No, we can't do that anymore. That's they've changed that now. It's the nice gentlemen who are softly spoken. Yeah, they don't do nets anymore, unless you mean hair nets. No, but anyway, guys. So yeah, there you go. And don't you? Oh, I love these pictures though. Look at that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Look at that picture. That's a beautiful picture. Yeah. Some nice people out there with who are very, very talented. Very talented. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, Wookiees and Ewoks, members of the jury. Okay, so this is now the second time that there's two individuals, the same two individuals, are back in the same shitstorm. Debbie, right, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's not about trust, it's about truth. And you need to trust your own instincts. You need to trust yourself. All right. And at the end of the day, you need to trust what you see. Now, if I put up, say, like this here, if I put this picture up here, right, you see this picture here, yeah? If I say to you with this picture, there is no shark in that picture, am I telling the truth or am I lying? Yeah, I mean, think about it. If I say to you, there's no shark in this picture. Good night, Texas Hayden. Good night, sweetheart. All right. Now, you've got the proof in front of you. There is a picture with a man and a shark. Now, if someone says there's no shark in that picture, they're lying. If someone says there's a man and a shark in that picture, they're telling the truth. So you need to decide what you see. If you got questions about what you see, then ask. Then just ask, because at the end of the day, right, there's a lot of people out there who will say, for example, let's go here. All right, they'll say, There's someone walking through the desert, but they're not saying what it is, but they're just saying there's someone walking through the desert. Yeah. And this person, when they were walking through the desert, they were throwing rubbish everywhere. They were doing this, they were doing that, they were doing this. Right? But they don't tell you that the person is actually, got wings, looks very evil, and is actually walking down a path that's got stone, and there's a dust cloud behind them. They don't tell you that, but they just say, oh yeah, and they repeat that and repeat that and repeat that and repeat that, and then you'll start believing, and then all you'll believe is that you just see an individual walking through the desert. But what you should be seeing is this picture here. A lot of people will twist the truth to their narrative, right, to make them look good, to make them sound good, right? So at the end of the day, okay, the only person, right, who you should believe is you. You decide. You decide what you think is true. There are 3 lights, yeah, right? At the end of the day, the only person who can really tell you the truth is yourself, because you're the only one who can decide if you wish to believe it or not. And the problem is there are so many people out there who lie through that. And this is why I always put that's not evil, it's just your time. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there who will, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could show every single bullshit lie that a group of people have done since July last year. And in fact, I could even go back about 2-3 years, probably even more than that, with all the research I've done on multiple individuals on both sides of the coin. But is it for me to try to convince people, to show them the difference between a lie and the truth? Look what happened when I tried to twist the truth to show people the difference between a person telling a lie and a person telling the truth. Look what happened there. I was accused of lying. I was accused of stolen valor. I was accused of God knows what. I mean, that shit doesn't bother me because I don't have to prove fuck all to anybody. But for me to point that the truth and the difference between the truth and the lie out, and no one has actually realized it yet. Because a lot of people don't work on doing their own research. They wait until someone else does it. And that's when you have the problem. When you've got one person doing the research and then showing the truth and showing the facts, then you've got another person who will be going, no, that's not true, that's not true, that's not true. So now you're piggy in the middle. Now you're going, oh shit, is that person telling the truth? This person telling? Right, perfect example. The situation with Uncle Frank. Okay, when I first found out about what happened, I stated, and anyone who says that I'm fucking full of shit, right, and I quote, I said, if it's 100% a lie, or if it's 100% the truth, unless I see 100% factual lie, or if I see 100% factual truth, I am not getting involved. And I haven't done. But I have been accused of being involved in that. You see that? You see the difference? And people who sat in my stream that night when that was said, okay, even afterwards when I was being accused, every time they said, and this is not just in my stream, but in other people's streams, they would say, well, hang on a minute. No, he didn't fucking know about that until that night. They would get removed or timed out in people's streams because they were telling the truth. So when you got people getting timed out and kicked out of streams, or when you get that happening, that's basically silencing the truth. Okay, and this is the fact. Now, I don't care if people talk shit about me. I don't care if people accuse me of whatever. The thing is, at the end of the day, one thing I've got is a good fucking recall memory. And one thing I can do, I can, without even showing you and tell you exactly what I said, exactly what I said. In actual fact, I found it difficult to talk that night, to be honest with you. All right. And to this day, and to this fucking day, we still have not seen any proof whatsoever. However, what I do have is evidence of lies and deception. Good morning, darling. Are you all right? Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you what was said last night because I don't want you jumping through the screen. So, good morning. Kettle's hot. Off you go. You jump. You see, people, right? I'm not going to allow my lady. What? Carry on. I am carrying on. Why are you listening to my conversation? You were listening because you went. Don't lock her in. Oh God. There may be trouble ahead. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you hear a boom, 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 that will be my head. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, Debbie, all I can say is this. Okay, don't let anyone decide how to think or how to. Don't let anyone dictate how you are to think. Right? You decide for yourself. And if you've got questions, ask them. Because at the end of the day, right, one of two things will happen. The person will be truthful and be upfront, or the person will lie to you. And unfortunately, with all the lies and the bullshittery that's going on in that fake group and everything else, there's not much you can do, right? Unless the person puts proof in front of you. Exactly. I know, Melody. That's. I mean, that's the problem. No matter what you do, it's a like you're always going to be fighting uphill. And those people who are truthful, those people who are honest, okay, it's just like a fucking uphill battle. And that's just one of those things. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of people out there need to see someone professionally. Oh yeah, I know people going, oh yeah, see your therapist. I need a... No, I don't, because I know what my problem is. I know what my issues are. And one of the biggest issues I've got is that I care too much. And the fact that I still care about people who have said very derogatory fucking comments about me and my wife and about other people. I mean, they don't realize I can fucking destroy them just with the proof and evidence that I already have. But why don't you do something about it then? Why should I? I've moved on. I'm not going to lower myself to this childish behavior. Right? This is probably the first one in a long time since I've actually pointed this shit out. But I just wanted to make sure that you understand that here, look at this. This may be written differently, worded differently, but it's exactly the same that what happened in fucking December. Okay. And something else, I'm not jealous of anybody. In fact, I'm glad I'm not associated with these fucking idiots. Because these idiots are just about themselves, about their clout, about them. They've admitted it. So it's entirely up to you what you decide in the future. Because to be honest with you, when all this is done and over with, when all these court cases are done and over with, what are they going to have then? What are they going to do? What? Sit there and reminisce about what? They're going to reminisce about, oh, you remember fucking Christmas when we fucking dragged that fucker through the dirt? Okay. And also, you need to... fucking hell. Also, you need to take into consideration as well, how repetitive are they? Are they always saying the same thing? Are they always behaving the same way? Yeah. Right. Have they gone off topic? Have they gone onto a complete different rail? Have they lost total content direction? That's what you need to look at. You need to look at the big. This is why I always say, look, step out of the box, look at the picture from outside. You'll see more. And to be honest with you, Debbie, I appreciate that question, because you've asked a question that a lot of people don't ask or don't say, you know. And I think it's fantastic that you said that. And you should be commended for saying, asking that question. Exactly, Debbie. The shark in that picture, there is a shark in that picture, but it's not real. Exactly. And I commend you, and I commend you for you working with me on that, because that's exactly what people should do. They should look at the bigger picture. Here's the thing: when you look at a picture, especially like this, right? You're listening to a voice, you're looking at pictures on the screen. Now, if I, for example, put up a screenshot, say, if I put a screenshot up of the post that was posted the other day, and you see the comments from people. Now, there was one comment which was quite very articulated, very well written. Right? Obviously, this person has got some quite good writing style. Okay, that person made they put their what do you call it? They put their what's it called? They put their opinion down in exactly the same way as what I stated in December. However, they were not chastised or criticized for what they were saying about Max Lab or about this whole situation. Why was that? Is it because of the wording, or is it because the person's from the United States, or is it both? Or is it because their attention was distracted by one simple thing? Now, we know this is now the second time these two have been involved in drama, in toxicity, but this time you can actually see, right, confirmation of what she is like. You can now also see confirmation what he is like. And also what you can see is the confirmation of what other people who hang out with these absolute freaking cretins, okay, you can see what they're like. So all this but you know what I've just noticed? You know those two people I've just timed out and I've removed? I am now down back to 640 subscribers, so that's good. So I've got rid of those two absolute cretins, right? But this is what I'm talking about. Now, after tonight, right? And by the way, I was going to go live today and do a gaming stream. I'm not going to do that. But then again, I don't know yet. But I doubt very much I am, okay? Because I need to get this shit out of the way. Because to be honest with you, I'm getting bored with it, but I need to point something out, because a lot of people are hating on individuals, myself, Rattus, and other people. Now, Rattus is a creature upon himself. He is an entity. I am a single entity, right? We have different things, and we've clashed, and so other people have clashed. But one thing I can say is that he has pointed some facts out. I've pointed some facts out. And that post vindicated what we said. It proved what we said correct. So now the people involved in that, good fucking luck trying to dig out yourself out of that one. And there's other people who are now seeing the truth. And that is the important thing, because at the end of the day, this has got nothing to do with the what the hell's versus Lynette Preston court case. So why the fuck is it happening in that group? Why isn't there another group where people can fucking, why is it that it gets dragged in to this? I'll tell you why. Because an individual had Jeremy on his stream, and I said this to certain people. I said, now watch what happens now. Watch what will happen now, right? That because what the hell has been on that platform? And I was fucking right. And all I did was just say, just watch what will happen. And I was right. Now, after this stream, I'm gonna fucking move back into the same what I did before. But at the end of the day, you as individuals, every single one of you, you are fully responsible to make your own mind up. No one, that includes me or anyone else, should dictate to you how you should make your mind up. You are the one who makes your mind up. If we give you the proof and the evidence, you look at it, you look at the other side, you correspond both, and you go, well, hang on a minute, that's fucking truth. That's truth. All right, that's true. That's a lie. That's true. All right, if I just sit here and just talk out my ass with no factual proof, nothing, but then you look at another person and you see them showing proof, and then you see another person just talking out their ass and showing proof, then you see another person showing proof, then you see another person showing just talking. Who do you believe? At the end of the day, if you've got two people arguing, okay, first of all, you should look at the grounds of the argument. What's the topic of the argument? The second thing you should do is look at the factual stuff, right? If one person is fabricating and stating, making comments, but they cannot prove, okay, it doesn't matter if they go members only or not, or they show screenshots or whatever. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, if you sit there and you richly say, that person didn't do that, that person didn't do that, this person didn't do that, and then in the flip side, the other person goes, well, actual fact, there you go. There's proof. There you go. There's a screenshot. Oh, there you go. There's the actual video. Now, whose responsibility is it to correct someone when they fuck up not just on their truth, but they also fuck up on their lack of using their common sense and actually going and sitting and watching a video, watching their own streams and going, yeah, I think that I need to. There was no retraction. There was no apology. There was no change of like, oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, right. But that there was then taken and then used as factual proof that a person can lie. Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to twist the truth here, and here's the twisted truth. Bang. There's the person telling the truth. So there's the person lying, and there's the person telling the truth. Now here you go. It's like if someone puts two different type of meals in front of you, and you like both of the meals, and say, right, try this one, right? Aussie Jen cooked this one. Try that one. Robert cooked that one. That's what it is. That's all it is. That's how fucking easy it is to see the difference. But no one has seen that yet. Well, some people have. In fact, quite a few people have, because they've got in touch with me. They've got their actual fact, one of them, and I quote, how the fuck can you not see that? The amount of times you type within the first fucking 2 minutes of that numbnut being on the phone. You know, it just amazes me that people can sit there, flap their gums, and make sound come out of them or type shit, and I've seen this happen. In fact, I saw it happen the other day. Someone actually said something, and so I responded to them. And when I responded to them, they deleted that comment right afterwards. So I called them out on it. I went, why did you delete your comment? Oh, because I was wrong. My apologies. And then deleted that comment as well. And I deleted mine. And I was like, huh? Oh, okay. I mean, look, if you're going to get caught out in a lie and multiple lies, and you're a drama queen and you like the attention, and you try to make out that you're always right, and to be honest with you, act like, you're an auditor, things are going to come back to bite you in the ass. Because when you show people different sides of you, but you then have other people post the shit that they posted the other day, like that Tammy posted. What other proof do you need to show a pattern of people's behavior? And then hours or not even 48 hours afterwards, that same individual is sitting on another person's stream. And so I asked another individual, I said, was Max there? Nope. Huh. Right. Okay. So let's see what the days bring us now. Let's see what happens, shall we? And Max, Lab, or Daniel, if you're out there, look, at the end of the day, right, you do what you do, but don't be manipulated by these people. Stop allowing people to dictate to you how you speak, how you live, and how you talk. Your channel is yours, not theirs. Don't let them come on there and dictate to you how to run your channel. Don't feel threatened by them. They can't do anything to you. The only thing they can do is what they've been doing to multiple people over the last few months is harass, spread lies. That's it. Don't worry about it. You can't ignore them. There are people who are willing to come and help you. There are people willing to talk to you. No one hates you. No one dislikes you. It's just your actions, all right, have a response. If you will actually listen to someone and actually listen to people who will try to explain to you what you're doing wrong, you have to accept that. I know for a fact that you both have social cues issues. I know that you both have that issue. But I am saying this publicly. I'm not scared of saying this. You need help. You need someone to support you. You need someone who knows about PACER, for example, to sit down and explain to you what you're doing wrong. You need to listen to them. Now, when you've got people who are manipulating you, they don't care. Because if they did, you wouldn't have that bill. You would not be in debt. That's to you, Max. You need to allow someone to to support you and to help you understand what you're doing wrong. And that way you will continue to get the pages and you continue to do what you're doing, but you will be doing it without putting yourself in a position that you're in. However, some of your behavior and some of the things that you've done are questionable. So you need to get someone, not from that, not from, you need to get someone independent, unbiased, who's got nothing to do with any of the people that you are associated with now. And even me, not anyone. You just need to get someone who has a PACER account, who is not interested in either side of this fucking argument, right? And get them to support and help you. All right. As simple as, because this has been going on for 6+ months now. And perfect example, Melody's just said it. It's better to sit back and just and watch, say nothing. But at this point, I have to say something because I'm a human being. And now to Daniel. Daniel, listen, you're a very intellectual guy. You're very clever. Right? You're very, very clever. Okay. However, you let other people dictate how you think and how you talk. Right? And the only reason there's negativity and that coming towards you is because you allow other people, right, to dictate your stream. What you should be doing is talk about computers, talk about editing and stuff like that. Talk about something that you are good about, that you are good at. Don't let people manipulate, and never ever be afraid of these people who say, "Oh, they'll let Tim after you" or whatever. Fuck them. Right? They can't do anything to you. You need to remember that they cannot do anything to you. You just need to make sure that you've got people who you trust as moderators. Everyone else, remove them. Just keep the people that you trust. And I tell you one thing now, there's probably 2 people I know who come to your stream who I would trust. And one of them, the people that were in your stream have hated on her. Right? And she cares a lot about you. I'm not going to say who it is, but you know who I'm talking about, and she does care a lot about you. She was actually fairly upset the fact that what's happened. But at the end of the day, you are the only one who can dictate and state what happens on your stream. No one else. No one else. Okay. Regardless, if you receive constructive criticism from me or anyone else, right, that's part of life. But you need to stop allowing people to control what you do on your platform. No one hates you. And in fact, I think that if you distance yourself from these individuals, you will find that your stream will get way better, and it will be more. It'll be in a more positive note as well. So that's the message to you two. Now, I have shown what I needed to show on this stream tonight. The fact that Vindication is fucking awesome. Okay, a lot of people here are probably not happy of what I've said, or a little bit confused of what I've said, and I apologize for that. But at the end of the day, things needed to be said, and I don't really care about people's opinion. However, we know what's going to happen. We know that people out there are going to twist and turn and do whatever they want to do. But you saw the screenshots here tonight. They are in the they are in the what the hell's fake Facebook thingy bobby. Okay, so you can go and see them for yourself. Right, there is a pattern of people's behavior. It is entirely up to you to find that pattern. It's not me. I'm not going to sit here day in, day out and hold people's hands and show you everything. I mean, it's common bloody sense. Most of the people who I have spoken to over the last 3 months, 4 months, who I've been friends with, okay, all of them have been attacked in one way or the other. Just because they have a voice, just because they spoke out, or just because they happen to just be there. Okay, all these fake accusations, all this, I mean, yes, you remember those screenshots? I didn't have them on my DMs, but that's beside the point. When you try to explain something to someone whose intelligence is very low, okay, I mean, lower than a pond life, and you try to explain to them the differences and this is this, that's exactly what that was. So why try to turn it into something else? Why make accusations? Where's your proof? Where is your physical proof? Where? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Wookiees and Ewoks, members of the jury, Your Honor, right? You guys make your own bed, you lay in it. But I just thought I would just get this out there and just say, hey, look, you've made your bed, you lay in it. Now, this is now the second time this has happened. And this time, I am not involved. But this time, I am going to fucking stand here. I am going to hold people to fucking question. I am going to say, now, who's the fucking one in the wrong? Now, who are you going to accuse? Now, who are you going to point the finger at? Simple, isn't it? And I can sit here and say that because this is now the second time, right? That troll-looking, hobbit-looking, freaking sounding specimen, right? And MaxLab. Again, second time. The comments in those DMs are despicable, to say the least. And lies. And the threat. You see, when people are very, insecure or weak, when you get weak people who are easily manipulated and easily convinced, right? It's very easy to scare them and very easy to get your point across. I find it quite strange that not one person in this stream or not one person who comes to this platform has ever done this. Yankee Bell, welcome. Thank you very much for becoming a member 40 minutes ago. But that's beside the point. But here's the thing. It's up to you guys now to figure this one out. Because I'm happy about what's happened, and to that person, Tammy, whoever you are, or I don't know, Tammy, I haven't got a clue who's who, whatever, right? But let me put it this way, right? Whoever posted that information and put those screenshots up on that What the Hell's Facebook group, it's about fucking time that people actually put the truth out there. So hopefully now people will actually learn their lesson before, to basically think before they speak. I hope that people have learned from this. And after today, I'm going to carry back on, ignoring everything because I'm done. Like I said, I'm just making absolutely sure that people understand. All right. And don't ever talk about my wife. Don't ever make comments that I manipulate or she's in servitude or anything like that. Yeah, exactly, darling. That's what they said. Say it again. No, 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 no. I don't want you anywhere near this fucking microphone because I know exactly what you're going to say. Hey? You want me to say that? My wife, and I quote, just tell them to fuck off. There you go. This is the quotation from my wife, right? So be very aware, right? But at least for some individuals, at least I've got one. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to check. Right. Let's move on to a more lighter. By the way, what do you think of this picture here? What is your opinion about this picture? I fucking love this picture. It's like I've just dealt with shit. Now I'm going to walk away through the flames, keep nice and warm. That is actually a nice picture, actually. That is a really, really nice picture. You got Aussie. You got Jen from Australia. She's going, love you, Mrs. Spawn. She's going, love you too. Fucking weirdos. Sounds like something my wife would say. Yeah, yeah. I just find it absolutely. Oh God, yeah. There you go. If anyone is still listening, Mussolini or anything, or Nimrod or anyone who's still listening, there you go. That's what Vicky. Way to go, Vicky from the States. She's going, way to go, Mrs. Spawn. Yeah, absolutely, she says. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Fucking, and then yeah. Steve, sorry about the cough. Do 1 second. Oh, it's funny. Do you know what? When you actually tackle evil by the balls, right? I've gone down 3 subscribers in the last, half an hour. And do you know what? I am so glad I'm getting rid of the fucking scum. It just shows you people will jump on be your subscriber, come in here, cause problems. And when you get rid of them, they go, ha, ha, ha. You know, they think they got one on you and then they will unsubscribe. This is one thing you have to remember. I've said this from the get-go. I've come with nothing. I'll leave with nothing. But there's so many people out there who, want to support not just someone from a different part of the world, but also someone who's not scared of saying it as it is. And like I said, I know a lot of you go to other people's streams, and especially the streams of the people who are causing these problems, right? And at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge you on that, and I shouldn't judge you on that because that basically just made me a fucking hypocrite. But the only person who's responsible is you. Only you can choose if it's true or not, right? I know for a fact. I bet you any money. I bet I hit that fucking nail on the head. Update. Oh, fucking see what I mean? 3 people unsubscribe. I've got. Oh, it's like fucking clockwork. Oh, this is hilarious. Guys, you're so fucking predictable. Seriously. No. I'll tell you one thing. She has sat here through a lot of it. And even at one point, she was concerned about certain individuals' mental status. And I just turned around to her. I said, "There's nothing we can do. At the end of the day, you know, some mothers do have them." Oh God, hang on a minute. I just need to tell the wife something. 1 second. I mean, you can't make this shit up, even if you fucking tried not to. Oh, I know. There's a lot. There's a lot of people here who protect you, darling.
I don't need protection.
I know you don't need protection, but there's a lot of people here. Especially a lot of the ladies. They love you to bits.
Send my love back.
You send your love back. She sends a.
Send my love back, and it's Mother's Day in the UK, so be quiet, all of you.
Wait, what?
It's Mother's Day today. Mother in Sunday.
Oh, it's okay. Why are you scaring me right now? I know, Gail. So am I. But I had to make this because it needed this shit needed to be said. All right. So, but don't you worry. We're back to normal broadcast as of today. But I'm not going to be going live today. I was going to do American Truck Simulation, but I'm not going to do it today. I needed to get this out. I needed to make absolutely sure people knew exactly what was going on because I don't think a lot of people do know. Yeah, but Eric Huff, this is the sad part about it. There are people out there who are very easily manipulated. I've said this before. Look at their crow bags. Look at the crampons. The way they, you know, look at the crampons. The way shit happened there. The moment you question anything, you become the bad person. You become the bad guy. And something else, just hypothetically speaking, but I find out that I've been lied to. I will name and shame that individual. I'm not scared of doing that. But I've made some really good friends. Right? Some close friends, some good friends here. You know, I've made some very good friends. Some of them are fellow veterans, and some of them are not. And you know, like Robert, I've met Robert, and you know, it's nice to actually meet people like-minded and people who will question people. Now, at the end of the day, you know, you can't make people. Why the fuck have I still got my headphones on? Hang on a minute. I can take that off now. The way I see it is, I know that like, you know, people need content and they've run out of content and there's no other content they've got, so they use people to get their content. I get that. Now, luckily for me, I don't make anything of this content at all. And I'm glad I don't, because I don't want to be accused of being a grifter, which I'm not, which is great. It's actually fucking awesome. But one thing I will point out is this: don't shit where you eat. And unfortunately, some people have made that mistake. They shit where they eat. And oh, what do you mean mute? You should be able to hear me. Wait, what? I'm not muted. I'm not muted. Yeah, no. Who tossed you for saying LOL? I got kicked out of one stream. I was blocked before I could call them out with truth. Yeah, he made sure to shut me out very quickly. Eric, they tossed me. Here's the thing. I mean, you're going to get guilty by association. This is the biggest problem, right? It's all good and fine to sit on a platform and flap your gums. Now, those people come in here and accuse me of impersonating a member of the FBI. That's not going to happen because at the end of the day, you can't be a member of the FBI if you're not an American citizen. I'm not an American. Even fucking Ratters can't be a member of the FBI because he's not an American citizen. Just if you've got a green card, right, and you've been in the country, whatever, right, you're still not an American citizen. There's a difference between being a citizen and a subject. Just like the Brits, we have British citizenship, and then we've got Commonwealth citizenship, or we got subject, British subject. Okay, so you need to get your fucking facts right, and the fact that you've got idiots who actually come out with that shit. Oh boy, yeah. Oh god, this is fun. Wait a minute, that was my last pulse. Yeah. Jesus Christ. now you are going to fucking spread rumors now, Eric. So who am I playing, Bodie or Doyle? I'll tell you what, let me be Bodie. Oh, like someone else. I need to find someone else who can play Doyle. I'll be Bodie. And anyone who's British or knows about that program, the professionals, all right, just hit me up, and then what we'll do, so if you do some Google research and put in the professionals, you got Martin Shaw and who was the other guy? Darling, can you remember? The professionals, the program. Yeah, so Martin Shaw and oh god, who was it? I can't remember anyway. Yeah, and basically there was a program in the 60s, 70s, 70s and 80s called The Professionals. And basically they were MI5 and stuff like that. And actually, in fact, let me just research it here. A minute. The Professionals. Oh, no, not that one. Professionals. There we go. Here we go. Right, so you had William Bodie. Oh, wait a minute. Right, so the characters, you had Bodie, Major Cowley, and then you had Doyle. Right, so you had Lewis Collins who would play Bodie, and then Martin Shaw who played Doyle. Right, and then you had Suzanne Danielle who played Pretty Girl, and then you had so that program was oh god, the first episode was in 1983. No, sorry, the first episode date was December 1977, and the final one was in 1983. Right, so it went for 6 years, but I'll tell you one thing, a lot of people like that program. And basically it's inside a secure corridor of the Criminal Intelligence 5, right, CI5, a high-level British anti-crime unit. George Cowley hands out tough assignments to his two top agents, right, Bodie and Doyle. Hit first, ask questions later, start, and the more several role Doyle, a former Docklands police constable. Right. Yeah. So it was, Um, uh, I don't know. I mean, Eric, I think I was BBC, ITV, MI5, FBI, CIA, ATF, NFA, yeah, CCB, BBC, PPE. So yeah, I've got a lot of three letter designations by my name, apparently, according to all these clowns. Oh shit, you can't make this crap up even if you didn't want to. So yeah, it's called CI5. Right. And a lot of people used to get it wrong. They used to go, "Oh yeah, you remember that program, the MI5?" No, it was CI5. It was called CI5, not MI5. Oh no. All right, Nimrod, you take care. Good night. Hugs. All right, sweet dreams. No, it was it was definitely not Scotland Yard. They're as much use as a fight in a spacesuit anyway. I mean, yeah, Scotland Yard. Hey, they used to have some a good reputation, but now they're just a joke, just like the rest of the British police. It's a shame, really, because like they changed the name of the British police from police force to police service. Can you believe that? Jesus, that's embarrassing. Sorry, I needed to blow my nose. I do apologize. Let me go and sort that out. Yeah, if I can remember correctly, um, Martin Shaw, if he's still alive, I'm not sure if he is or not, but Lewis Collins and Martin Shaw were two really great people. Uh, yeah, Doctor Who. I used to enjoy watching Doctor Who until they started using us all this woke and snowflake crap, and I lost interest. It's a shame, really. A lot of programs that I watched when I was younger, like Sapphire and Steel, Doctor Who, what was it, Day of the Triffids. Oh God, there was Quartermass. Apparently hated each other behind the scene. Well, Jan, at first they didn't like each other. Um, at first they didn't like each other, but things did change when the longer they worked together. But yeah, there were times where they didn't get on, and that's just typical acting. That's just actors. You're gonna get that. You know, um, but at the end of the day, when it comes to making money, they will put on a brave face. Right? They can hate each other, until blood boils. But yeah, it's just like some of the doctors from Doctor Who didn't get on because the creative input of each actor was different. So each Doctor Who was a different character, and there was a lot of, especially some of the original Doctor Who's, they did not like some of these new doctors coming in and changing the character and the behavior, and things like that. And of course, you're going to get fallouts and people are going to be pissed off with each other, but it's just one of those things, really. Yeah. Uh, oh my God, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. God, that was. I mean, when I first watched that, I did not like it. I thought it was weird. I thought it was just weird. I think it was the third time I watched it. After that, that's when I was like, yeah, okay. There was also, like, you had Star Trek, and what else was there? There was Blake 7. Anyone from the UK, can you remember Blake 7? Blake 7? Or, Space 1999? With that woman who could change into different animals. Say again, baby.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Do you want a blanket or something?
I'm fine.
Okay.
That's fucking small.
Stop what? You hit. I think it's the other way around. I think these people are talking shit about my beautiful queen. I think it's the other way around. I think, like, they should understand that I'm being bullied and victimized and attacked and hurt. And why do I have a feeling that my wife's going to sneak up behind me and hit me over the head with a frying pan?
No.
Say that again.
I'm busy, so I won't do it.
Oh, you're busy. Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, thanks for being so polite and letting me know that you're too busy to... Even the cat just looked at me going, wait, what? Hi, Teresa Taylor. Oh, snap. Got something in common. We're not related, by the way. I like Bond. My man is going to be the new Bond. Oh, I tell you one thing. When it comes to... I am done with all this woke shit. I am so done with this. I mean, like, it's like there was a big hoo-ha. Oh, what was that woman's actress name? There was a big hoo-ha about Walt Disney and Snow. Was it Snow White? I think it was Snow White or something. How can you take a fictional story and try to turn it and try to make it look real? I mean, how? I mean, I'm surprised Walt Disney are not suing her. I mean, how can you? I mean, you're damaging the reputation. And, oh God! I mean, if it's Snow White, let's just hope they leave Frozen alone. Do you want to build a snowman? Sorry, darling. Oh shit! If you ever want to hear me die quickly, let me sing. Do I want to build a snowman? Oh God! All you hear is, oh God. Spawn, which Bond actor is your favourite? Well, I've got two: Roger Moore and Sean Connery. Yeah, Roger Moore, Sean Connery the most because he's a Celt, but Roger Moore because he had that swagger. He had that. It was a Jannat. No. Darling, Scale here says, oh my gosh, if they touch Frozen.
Put some fan heater and they melt it. That's okay.
Huh?
It's like put some heating on so he melts.
No, they're talking about the cartoon.
Oh no!
I mean, I must admit. Hang on. I mean, I must admit though. I know they're talking about all this equal opportunities and all that crap, right? And the mermaid, the cartoon, the mermaid, Under the Sea, right? When they actually made the live action or the live version of it, I'll be honest with you, it didn't matter what person's ethnicity was or skin color, whatever, but the woman who played the mermaid was fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Fantastic acting. You know. But the mermaid, yeah, that mermaid was good. It was a good. I would recommend it for the little ones. Well, one series you don't hear a lot about is the wait a minute, wait, what? Detectorist? Oh God, the detective tourist, the tourist detective. Ariel, that's the one. Yeah, no one. No one today. Any of the youngsters in the 70s and 80s, none of them would have survived. None of them. They wouldn't have lasted one day. Well, I'll give it a couple of days. At the moment they open their mouth, yeah. But you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. But you know, if you let things happen, right? The only people who to be to blame are we. We're the ones to be blamed. And then, oh my God, and they come out with this Gen Z, Boomer, Gen X, Millennial. Oh God, what else was there? I mean, it's all these labels. It's just absolutely fantastic. Knight Rider, Hasselhoff. Oh my God, he wasn't British. He was a Yank. He was American. The person who played. Oh wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you exactly. Right, Edward Mulhane was Irish. William Daniels, I think he was American or Canadian or something. I'm not sure where he was from. Let me check. No, he was an American. Yeah. Yeah, and William Daniels he played the voice of Kit. But yeah, the only Brit from there was Edward Mulhane. And he was in a lot of films. He was. Can't remember. Let me see. Yeah, he was in a lot of films. Oh, that's right. He passed away in '97, didn't he? Bless his cotton socks. Oh, let's see. Matt Hughes and Heart to Heart, Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I see. I knew I recognized him from somewhere. Battlestar Galactica. There you go. So say we all. Yes. What else is there? Do you know what? I tell you one thing. Loving this derailment. You know, talking about stuff that we enjoyed when we were younger is the perfect type of derailment. I don't know who we're going to blame, but he wants to be blamed for this derailment. Put your hand up. Or was that me? Yeah, it's a fantastic derailment because it brings us on to positive. But I tell you one thing, though. Wow. Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5. Babylon 5 toured. Oh, Babylon 5, I'd be honest with you, when I started first watching it, I really did start getting into it, but then it just got repetitive, and I was like, yep, no, bored. And yeah, but Battlestar Galactica, the original ones by your command, and the modern version, and then I think they had two Battlestar Galactica films, motion pictures. But yeah, no, no. When it comes to comedy, though, I used to love Jerry Lewis. Oh my God, Jerry Lewis! I think I'm going to watch Jerry Lewis after this live stream. I'm just going to chillax. An update. I have, at the moment, I have started a Discord for this channel. However, at the moment, it's only for certain personnel, people. Because obviously we want to make sure that once it's finished, I can assure you there will not be the only bot that will be on there is one where you can actually give yourself reactional roles. So that means if you choose that role, then you will only receive messages from that specific genre. Upstairs, downstairs. Oh, Kenny. Oh, fucking Sandra. Now we're talking. Upstairs, downstairs. Kenny Everett. Goodies. Kenny Everett. Oh my God. What was that famous saying? In the most possible way. Oh God. What was it? He used to say it. In the most possible. God. Once the Discord is finished, I'm going to publicize it. It's going to be part of my about. It's going to be in the information. Murdoch Mysteries, yeah. Oh my God, why have we gone into this film and TV shit? This is brilliant. Why don't we do this more often? Why don't you people do this more often? You just derail my stream, right? Message to Squid and everyone else. When you come in here, if you're going to try and derail this way. Benny Hill. Yeah, Benny Hill. Bless his cotton socks. They found he was a lonely guy. He was very shy. He was very, very shy. He was an introvert. And unfortunately, he passed away on his own. It's a very sad story about Benny Hill. But he was such a funny guy. The goodies, Kenny Everett. I mean, a lot of people won't know who Kenny Everett is, and if they watched it now, they'll go, "Oh, that's disgusting." Oh, Yeah, the reason we only talk about certain shows is because the thing is, the reason we are specific on certain shows because it's what we watch, and that it's stuff that we would like to give out to people because there's a lot of people out there who don't know what to look for. Now, when my pretty and I come on the next time, we're going to be talking about two real events that actually happened. So it's not just historical; it's factual as well, and that's what we do. I mean, if you want, we can just fucking willy nilly talk about shit. That's not a problem. There you go. So yeah, but we have a certain thing. We do we have a certain thing, and this is what we do. And that's how we do the stream. But I can talk to my pretty, and we can, one night we'll just talk about random crap, and then confuse the hell out of everybody, and everyone will just be I'm not going to Google that. No, I'd rather. And the thing is, we would rather tell you and take you through everything and give you a description of everything, and I'm not going to change that. So either enjoy it or don't. So that's your choice. But there's a reason why we do that in the first place, Eric. Because some of the stuff we do talk about programs or films or true events that have happened in history, and you can't mess about with that. You need to make sure that people understand exactly what the topic of conversation is. Especially when it's historical, because there's a lot of people who don't know a lot of stuff. I mean, some people think that certain parts of they think that Europe is a country instead of actually a continent. With multiple countries in it. So. What's this? Oh. Oh my God. I just see the fucking cat drinking beer. Yeah, I mean, look at The Office. That was British. The Rookie. Now, the American program, The Rookie, for the LA police and all that. I've watched that. Do you know what? I tell you one thing. There's some programs from the States that are made over there. They must have British producers or something, because like some of the humor is typical British humor, which I find quite interesting. But hey, Stepped on Son was, oh God. Stepped on Son, Jesus Christ, that's an old program. That's an old one. That's an old one. I can remember that. I can remember getting my first 50 pence piece when I first watched that. I was so young. And my granddad gave me a 50 pence. My nan gave me £1, which was a pound note in them days. And I had a pound and note. I had a 50 pence piece. And then I was given a couple of 10 pence pieces, which were way bigger than the 10 pence pieces that we have today. And I thought I was a millionaire. Yeah, I think Firefly was when he was first starting off. But in A Rookie, he's really become a really good actor. And I think he has become a very good actor. But when it comes to comedy, when it comes to black humor or comedy, you can't beat us Brits. I mean, Jesus, like there was a stand-up comedian and he was from Dublin, and some Americans sat in the audience and said, "Oh, you conquered us, you invaded us." And he was like, "Do you fucking what?" Oh, no, Steptoe Son. I think that everyone should watch Steptoe Son. They should watch that. They should watch it, especially Canadians and Americans, especially people who don't know what we're talking about. They should watch that program. Oh, what was it? Or Suit You, Sir? Or wait a minute, Are You Being Served? That was a never program. Are you being served, sir? Suit you, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, nice, sir. Oh, suit you, sir. Oh, yes, sir. No, sir. Oh, yes, suit you, sir. Yeah. Oh, dear. Yes, sir. Or what's that other one called? What was that? What was the other one? Where the prisoners of war, Japanese prisoners of war. What was that program called? Oh my God, I can't remember that one. There was a French program as well that they translated. Is Neil de Finesse, French actor, comedian. There was a play. There was a program called Fantomas. Oh my God! Going back now, so many different programs. Oh, the two Ronnies, Jesus, yeah. Or Morecambe and Wise, and then you had um, Oh God, yeah. There are so many. I can't even fucking Heartbeat. I didn't like Heartbeat. It's just like freaking Emmerdale Farm. We got the reruns always years late here. Not evermore. Thank goodness. What was the TV program Americans barred to play? When was that? That was in the 90s, wasn't it? It was the 90s or 2000s. The American TV broadcasting over there barred a program over that was over here. I can't remember. No, I've had a couple of hours. Hogan's Heroes, yeah. Hogan's Heroes was a good comedy. The only problem is, unfortunately, the comedy and the everything was ruined by the stuff that came out about the actors at the end. You know, one of them being unalived in his hotel room. Go and check it out, Gail. You'll like it. Go and check Kenny Everett out as well. Oh God! You watch Gail come back. She'll come back traumatized. Yeah. Yeah. Sergeant Schultz. I see nothing. I know nothing. I say nothing. Yeah. He was not German, actually. I think he was from from Poland or somewhere. Well, he's from somewhere anyway. He wasn't German, though, but he did speak German. Yeah. And one of the actors, the British corporal, he was actually in the Running Man or Demolition Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. My paternal grandparents would watch Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and switch to the big satellite dish to watch Keeping Up Appearance. Oh my God. Keeping Up Appearance. Are you being served? Yeah. Keeping Up Appearance. Jesus Christ. What about Bottom or the young ones? Oh shit, Bottom. That was funny as hell. Them two. Yeah. So many innuendos. You know, within 10 minutes of watching Bottom, you'd have so many freaking innuendos. Oh my God, what a program. Yeah, you guys need to go and check it out. See, Rick Mail, may he rest in peace, but that guy was funny. Oh, always loved Billy Connolly when was on Kenny Everett and their Hot Gossip Dancers. Yeah, do you remember the joke that Billy Connolly would tell about the lionesses? And he would go, you know, these lionesses would be sneaking up, the wildebeest would be chewing away, and you need to go and check that video out when he talks about the lionesses. Elga, psst, Elga, what? Look. He's fucking, and he would be going like, you go around, I go there, and we fucking get, yeah. And just thinking about that joke. Oh, but some of you Americans probably would not understand it. Yeah. Oh, Dad's Army. Now we're talking. Oh, Dad's Army. Dad's Army. Now that was you fool. Oh, what was he? You silly little boy. You silly little boy. Father Ted, back off. Back off. Bear, fucking frickin' bear, frick bear. Back off. Frick off. Yeah. No, George Mill. No, Bouquet. What's your name? Bucket. No, it's Bouquet. Oh, unfortunately, that there has been ruined by some fucking idiot. But Bouquet, that was funny as well. Oh God. Oh, wait a minute. What's it called? Oh God, what was it? Only Fools and Horses. There you go. Granddad, and oh man, if you seriously, guys, over in America and Canada or in Australia, if you want to watch some decent programs, go and watch that. Everything that we've discussed here. And if you don't have a sense of humor, trust me, after you watch half of this shit, you will have one. And if you don't, turn the TV off and just, love thy neighbor. Yeah, there you go, love thy neighbor. Oh, what was it? The miserable guy. What was that name? What was the program where you had that miserable sod? Oh, what was his name? No, don't panic. What was it? Let me see TV comedies. Absolute. Wait a minute. What's it? Absolute Fabulous. It was a good one as well. Let's see. I can't. Let's see if I can remember. No, it's not that one. Still Games now. The League of Gentlemen, that was funny as well. Come Fly With Me. Yeah. Oh, where's that guy with the old guy who used to always be a miserable twat? What was his name? Oh God, what was his name? Can you remember it, darling? No, you can't. No, he was always a miserable. No, not Mrs. Not that one. Don't panic. No, Mr. Brown Boys. No, that's funny. Wait a minute. Look, I think it was this one. Oh, here we go. Oh, ain't it? Oh, wait. There was one that was called "Ain't It Half Hot?" Right. I used to watch that all the time. Open All Hours. I used to watch that. George Miller. Yeah. The Manor Born. No, it wasn't that one. I used to watch Porridge. Kenny Everett, obviously. No, it wasn't Bless This House. It was the two Ronnies. Yeah. Minder. No, I didn't. Let's see if I can find it. Ain't It Half? No, it's not that one. Let's try it. There you go. Let's see here. Here we go. These are ones that I used to watch all the time. Right, The Detectives, Absolute Fabulous, The Bluefin Line, The Royal Family. Used to watch that. Men Behaving Badly. That was fucking hilarious. Drop the Dead Donkey. That one was hilarious. Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. That one was funny as well. Rapsy Nesbit. Missed that one. That was fucking hilarious. Good Night, Sweetheart. Yeah. Heidi High. Used to watch that. Minder, Lovejoy, The Young Ones. Yeah, all that. Blackadder. Baldrick. Yes, sir. Fetch the Door. Baldrick fetches the door. Red Dwarf. Definitely watched that. The Desmonds. That used to be a really funny program. Some of us do have them. Watch that. Hello, hello. Ain't it half hot, Mom? Yeah, watch that. Harry Enfield. Yeah, I enjoyed some of it, but then went off it. I don't like Alan Partridge. I think he's fucking weird. Then you got Bottom. And then it's You Rang My Lord. Then you got that one. And then Yes, Minister. That's another one. Love Thy Neighbor. Love Thy Neighbor was a fucking nasty one. But I can't remember. Was it 70s? I think it was 70s, was it? The old miserable guy. Never the Twain. Yeah. No, I don't think it was that one. I just can't remember. Oh, God. What one was it? He was a right miserable old git. Oh, you know what? No, it wasn't that one. God, this is so. It is really hard to remember this. All these. I'm trying to find the actual picture of it. Blackadder, 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 Blackadder. 40 Towers is a good one as well. What else we got? Blackadder, Blackadder. Oh, let me see if I can find that. The one I'm talking about is really, really funny. But for some reason, I just can't find it at the moment. The guy was like miserable all the time. But he did it in such a funny way. I think he was the guy from the sitcom that, like, I mean, obviously there was a lot of racial fucking stuff in there, but in them days, people didn't take offense to that. Only in recent years, people have been offended by someone saying "boo." So, I can't remember the actors, but he was a miserable fuck. But it was funny. Where is he? Is it him? No, it's not him. Where is it him? I'm literally looking at all the script. Oh, wait a minute. Jim Davison, he's funny as well. Why is it so hard now these days to actually find stuff from the 70s and 80s? And what is going on with this bullshittery? Right, 80s. Yeah, I can't find it. Sorry. But yeah, if you want, just got to say, Spawn and I have a banter. He calls me a jock, and I call him a Welsh twat. Yeah, that's just banter. Yeah. Your haggis eating. Spawn is having a brain fart. Yeah. I just can't remember his name because he used to be Arthur. Wait a minute. Old. Wait a minute. I mean, they used to. I can't remember what his freaking name was because what it was him, his wife, and then his son and his girlfriend. And basically, he would always be whining and moaning and I can't remember what that program was. Was it 70s? Was it 70s or 80s? Let's go 70s. 70s. He was a right miserable twat as well. Ah, there he is. That's the one. Till death do us part. Oh shit! If you want to see, there you go. Till death do us part. Now, if you want to see, Alf Garnett, what was his name? Garnett, Alfie Garnett, or whatever. If you want to, oh god, yeah, he was. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. gets repeated, although it did once get a full rerun on UK Gold, a comedy opposite for a highly charged subject matter. For every racist remark Eddie made, Bill got the better of him, getting the bigger laughs. Yeah, it's curry and chips. Are you being served? Love thy neighbor, and till death do us part. I mean, you know, that was in them days in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, if you no one was thin-skinned. People just, you know, everyone was. I don't know. It was just like a normal daily thing. No one took offense with anything. No one ever took offense to anything that was said. It was hilarious. It was comedy. It was satire, humor. And if you did take any time, if you took offense to any of that, then you were just an absolute pleb, you know, because it's humor, comedy. But today you can't say boost to a goose. You have to be careful what jokes you say, or you know, yeah, it's all PC now, politically correct. Even though, you know, I don't know. Maybe in a couple of months' time, or say in a year's time, no one can say anything to anybody, anytime, anymore. So there you go. Oh, what's this? What is this? What is? Uh, um, oh, oh! It looks like the crampons have yet again spreading more crap and lies and allegations. Wow. Do you know that? Do you know they must be so seriously mentally ill that you know. If you go to the fake group, I think someone called Amanda has put a video up. I think you should go and watch it just to show you what these people are like. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, what's this? POV. You get a Drake shake for the second time. This is wow. Is that the ship that goes from? Wait a minute. What's it? What's this? Is this manifesting the Drake Lake over the Drake shake? What the hell? Old salty. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a ship going on heavy seas. If you burn an American flag and you're here on a visa, you should be deported immediately. You shouldn't be burning flags in the first place. No flag should be no flag should ever be burnt, no matter what flag it is. Anyone who does it should not just be deported, but they should spend a couple of years in jail and then deported. There you go. But hey, Mac, there's a Mac 10 in there in a frying pan with some cheese on top of it. Oh, yeah. Anyway, right, guys. It's been a while, so I am going to make it. I'm going to now give you the opportunity to ask any questions, and then we're calling it a night. So, the plank was great, yeah. So, ask your questions. I said what I've said today, just to make sure that people understand that this is not me being vindictive, but just proving the fact that, you know, I feel vindicated that someone else has actually posted something on that Facebook group and actually shown evidence of what certain people are like. So, yes. You all right, baby? Okay. And like I said, I was going to go live today. I was going to do some gaming this afternoon, well, later on this afternoon. But, you know, obviously when people are rude and disrespectful, you need to get that shit out there first. And I don't think that I should, you know, do it. And to be honest with you, I wasn't going to go live today. I wasn't going to go live at all today, except doing the gaming stream. But my hand was forced by the level of incompetence of some people. So there you go. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. Right? Either whatever you do, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Right? Because like anyone else, has a right to an opinion. And sometimes the opinion will not be what you want to hear. So anyway, what's this? If you want to have fun at the Navy's expense, watch CPO Sharky. Chief Petty Officer Sharky. Okay. Great stream. Thank you, Hugs. Well, Ozzy, I'm not done yet. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a little bit of a session of... we're going to have a little bit of session. It's gone over the 2.5 hour thing. So, yeah. Jan, take care. You have a good night. Thank you very much for coming and appreciate your patience. So thanks very much for being here. But there you go. It's just amazing how stupid people are, and all they've done is prove other people right. And I hope that the messages to the two individuals will go down, and people will understand that I genuinely do care that these individuals get the support and the help and the advice they need, and that they shouldn't be afraid of these individuals. You know. You too. You take care, buddy. Right, and thanks again. Thanks very much for being here. But yeah, there you go. And no one has my permission to use any of my content or my voice. As I said at the beginning, and I'll say it again now. And if you seriously think that I won't do anything about that, just keep doing it. I think Debbie. I think my pretty is asleep. It is very early hours in the Americas. Yeah, it's 3:30 on the East Coast, so it's definitely fairly late down for them. I think they're all asleep. And Kirby, good to see you. Lots of hugs to everybody. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you so much for coming into my stream yesterday. It was an absolute pleasure, Missy. Don't you worry about it. It was an absolute pleasure. I thought that I was subscribed, and it turns out that for some reason I wasn't, so I resubscribed. So yeah, I mean, when you're live, I will pop in. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just like, I'm like a traveler. I just appear. And then sometimes I'll just disappear. Like yesterday, I actually popped into Travis's because I haven't seen Travis. I haven't been to one of his lives for a while, and I felt like I need to, get in there and say hello to everyone. It was nice, so it was good, and I'm glad that these guys are also vindicated, because now they can, if they want to take legal actions, they can, which I think is a good thing, because I doubt very much they're going to get anything out of them because they don't have anything in the first place. But to clear your name is very important, and that's what they should do. Yeah, Aussie Jenna, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I really don't know what's going on. I mean, I've had that, like I'm subscribed to people and I've hit the bell notifications and everything, and for some reason it just doesn't. I just don't get notifications. Like, once in a blue moon, I do get a notification, and I click on it and I go, oh right, okay, and then that's when I shoot to their stream. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, welcome, Kirby. Welcome. Yeah. So You know, I mean, this has been ever since I started going live. In fact, ever since I've gone live, even before I started going live, other people were having those issues as well. So I think I just think it's a YouTube thing that, like, you know, at some point they need to either address it or something. And there was a survey. There was a survey out a while back from YouTube, and it asked for insights and opinions and stuff. And boy, did I write something interesting on there. One about copyright strikes. One about, you know, about this blocking and banning and stuff like that. So yeah, I doubt very much they'll pay attention to that because there's thousands and thousands of creators on this account on this. But someone actually, what is your opinion about Rumble? Someone said to me I should sign up to Rumble. Yeah, it is a hit and miss. I forgot to save something to connect to YouTube and to get my live going. Had to try 4 times. Yeah, one thing you have to remember, if you connect through Restream to YouTube, you still need to write out and fill out all your descriptions and stuff like that. So that's what I do. I actually use the sort of the 5 minutes with the intro. I usually use that to finish off my description and everything. So how do you get the circle in the Restream thing? Basically, when you actually click on the circle, you'll get maximize, customize, and then the three dots. And if you click on the customize, right on the right hand side, it'll pop up customize beta. It's a beta version, and then it'll basically give you position, so you can change your position, right? So you can click on different positions, and you know. And then you can change the type of shape you want. Yeah. All right. And then you can scale it. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. Yeah. I try to have it just big enough to, and then you can have the names on, or you can have the names off. Yeah. And that's basically it. And then what you can, and then you can do that for both the small circle on the left here, or you can do it also for the right thing. Well, now with the right side, right? If I turn the names off, you can turn the names on and off, and then you can actually make it bigger, right? Make it square, or you can make it smaller. So what you do, you just, you know, there you go, and then basically that's it. And you just click on, and then you just click on back on chat, and you're back at chat, and you can do that. And every time you add a scene, right, you can sort the scene out with the background. You can put different scenes up and stuff like that. So. And then once that's set, it'll stay like that. Yeah. Wait a minute. What was it? You can stream to Rumble from Restream. The chat hasn't been fully functional. Well, at last chat. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like going to Rumble because I think that on Rumble you can actually like privatize your stuff, and on Rumble you can say it as it is. You know, they're sort of a little bit lax, but the thing is, at the same time, I don't want to, you know, do stuff that other people are doing. I want to be unique. I'm not really sure about Rumble, um, you know, so I really can't say anything. But yeah, there you go. And also, here's the thing. Ever since don't you tap my leg? What do you want? No. What do you want, sweetheart? Come on, come on, come on. I'm not giving you food. You've had your breakfast. I'm not giving you anything. Go off. Go on. Don't you look at me without. No. Don't you give it Puss in Boots eyes with me, young lady. Go on. See, you get mummy to come up. You get mummy to get. No, don't. Hey, go on. Go on. Go on. Off you go. Go. Go on. Go.
He said,
Go.
"I'm okay."
Oh my God. And he's like, Daddy, can you feed me? No, go and feed yourself, you lazy little git. Bless her cotton socks. I have an account on Rumble just for Megan streams. So, Kirby, let me ask you a question. What is it? What does what does it entail? You know, Rumble, is it just a normal free sign up, or can you upgrade it, or does it cost money to upgrade it, or is it just a fully laid out platform that you can set up? Now, Missy Lady, here's the thing. What you can do now on the restream, right? You can create scenes, and when you create a scene, you can do script, video, or audio, right? And if you got that video, you can actually upload that video for the first part. So when you actually start, right, what it'll do, it'll actually play that tune. So that's why I've put like a 2-minute countdown, and the intro that Rat has made for me, right? So that gives me enough time to prep everything. Oh, really? You monetize from day one? Oh. I don't know. I wonder if I should or not. I wonder if I should monetize. The thing is, though, I don't want to be monetized on all this negativity. I don't think anyone should be monetized when it comes to the negative and toxicity. All this negative crap. I don't think that should be. I don't know. I've got a problem with that. But if it's a free sign up and you monetize from the get go, maybe when I start doing my gaming stuff and all that, I wonder if I probably might look into that. So at least there'll be something coming in. So that means I can get that Ever Stream Deck, which I intend to do. And then I just need to, yeah. But they do have a premium option which mostly removes ads for streams you are with. Ah, right. Okay. See, even I learn stuff. I wonder if I should. I wonder. Right. Okay. Yeah, but but if I'm streaming on here and I'm streaming on Rumble as well, obviously, I'm not gonna. I mean, it's hard enough trying to stop swearing. I mean, even though that's part of my makeup, my nature, I do swear. I am trying to curtail I'm trying to bring it down a little bit. And maybe a lot of people don't like that. And I get that. There's a lot of people who don't like vulgarity or swearing, but that's part and parcel of a human being. You can't change the spots on a leopard. There's also a download called Rumbot that works with OBS to make things more interactive. Yeah, I think I'll look into all this. Because, Rumble sounds like something potentially beneficial for me for the future. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, really? You see, I don't think I mean, even if I did do memberships, members only, stuff like that. If I did members only, yeah, I think that I don't know. I really don't know. Hey, who's speaker? How you doing? I really don't know. You see, because for me, it's not about it's not about fame and glory. It's just about being interactive with people. But Rumble, I mean, if I can got something coming in, at least that can then, hey, I could then pay for the Restream Pro. I could then get the full Restream thing. That would be good. Then I can actually set it up the way I want to set it up. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I know, Missy Lady. Good logic, easy. Squishy hugs. Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, I've been doing a lot of tutorials like for video editing and stuff like that. And I've started doing my own thumbnails, which, as you've noticed, and I've got so many freaking thumbnails. It's unbelievable. I've got thumbnails for Christmas. I've got black and white thumbnails. I've got different types of thumbnails, you know. But sometimes you want to make a thumbnail and you just can't think of one. And it has to be word specific as well. And I've had people in the past, you know, and I'm not going to take away that credit. You know, there are certain people who've, you know, we have discussed who did thumbnails for me. There's other people who I haven't mentioned who've done thumbnails for me, and I appreciate that because obviously they showed me how easy it is, you know, how easy it is that you can to make thumbnails. And some of the thumbnails, yes, I haven't used them for quite a while, and the reason I haven't used them is because I've learned how to make my own. And I've also now downloaded a program where I can edit pictures and basically add those pictures and make my own thumbnails. But again, I just use this AI program. I think it's very, very, very straightforward and easy. And some of the thumbnails are quite good. Like this one here that you're looking at right now. Ask me a question. You know? I mean, like sometimes I don't even pay attention and I just say, oh, that looks good. And I put it up next to it. It says, what could possibly go wrong? And no one said anything for a while until I was talking to a couple of friends and they went, oh, by the way, you know your thumbnail? I go, yeah. You know it says Wong. And I go, no, it doesn't. He goes, yes, it does. And I look and I go, yeah, good point. So I went back and did the same thing again and then get it done properly. Anyone remember that? Wait a minute. Why do you give me full title? Laughing out loud. The lady part is only for sure. What the hell? What? Yeah, oh God, lady showing her lady parts. That's just don't say shit like that. People will fucking screenshot that and go, "Oh, look, he's talking about lady parts." What your tackle? Yeah, we don't want to tackle. Yeah, no. Oh God, you people make sometimes. Hang on a minute, I need a coffee. I'll be right back. No, you're not. I'll do it.
Yeah, I remember last time.
Hey, listen, I did say I'll cut it, but you didn't say how, and then yeah, when I cut it, I didn't realise you'd got it in a ponytail. You cut it, it goes.
I'm gonna cut your ponytail.
Love you.
You may do it, but this time I'm gonna make it straight and go like that. Can't be worse than this.
Listen, like.
Just go away. Go away.
All right, make your mind up.
Go away.
Am I cutting your hair or what?
Maybe.
Oh shit! Oh fucking hell! So do you want me to have a nap before I cut your hair?
Yes.
Oh shit. Next day, man cuts wife's hair, turns her into Kojak, female Kojak. Okay, I'll shut up. Oh god, that was funny. I just thought you were being sarcastic for the grammar policy and play on the word wrong. Aussie gent. In fact, I was being very. That one was actually that was a genuine mistake. That where it said what could possibly go wrong, but on the Facebook, yeah, I always am very sarcastic. Yeah, I do play with people a lot because it is fun and very entertaining when you when you can do the gas PD, the grammar and spelling police department, right? And there's so many people out there who think they're so freaking, above people. And it is entertaining. I'll be honest with you. And sometimes people don't even realize I'm doing it. And I will make a comment and in such a way, and they'll come back, you fucking this, you this, you that, and they don't realize that all I'm doing is just pressing buttons. And every time they respond, I'm just having more and more fun. So it's fun. It is fun. I know I shouldn't do it. I know I shouldn't antagonize, but no. Well, the last time I cut the wife's hair, it's basically the wife had it in a ponytail. She went, I'm going to get my hair cut. And I went, I'll do it for you. And she went, okay. So I got a pair of scissors. And I went, right, I'm going to cut. And she went, okay then. But what I didn't realize is when you take your hair and put it in a ponytail, right, you got different lengths. And basically, I about 2 inches down from the elastic band, I cut the hair. And when she took the elastic band off, it just went, and it was like one of these modern type of haircuts. But by God, she was pissed off, and she had to pay. Yeah, she had to pay how much? 20
quid to have his
How much was it?
£50.
50. Yeah, she had to pay £50 to get her hair done properly. And then she came home and she went, you bastard, I had to pay £50. I went, what are you paying fucking £50 for? And she went, to get my hair fixed because you fucked it up. And I was like, well, it looks like I won't be cutting your hair anymore. And about 5 minutes ago, I'll be cutting the wife's hair today. Oh, shit, that was funny. Oh, God. Oh. Just remember, make sure you got a punch and repair kit if you're going to cut your wife's hair. Oh, God. Oh, shit, a brick. That's too fucking funny. Oh, yeah. Uh, oh, you can't make this shit up. And hi Taz, welcome to the stream. I mean, let's put it this way, right? You if your husband or your wife turn around and say, "Cut my hair," right? Get it in writing that there won't be any repercussions. Actual fact, good point, darling. Can I have it in writing that there won't be?
I won't shoot you back and shoot you. Stop it.
I just thought.
Okay, you're not going to cut it. I'm going to miss it again.
Turn around. I mean, if I cut it, right? If I go, I'm going to.
That's not the way to cut it. You have to make it straight with the
So I go get the strimmer. Oh, we're fucking nuts. We can't be laughing at this time of the morning. Oh shit, this is funny. Oh, and what was it? What was said? Hang on a minute. And this is what was said about my beautiful. Where was it? And this was said in in a message that. Where was it? It's like someone thinks that Sport Trooper's a toxic male. He thinks he is jealous of. No, I'm not jealous of anybody, and she thinks that he is mean to his wife. Probably beats her. She's trapped in a servitude. That dumb. See you next Tuesday. Hey, darling, can I ask you a question, please? No. Let me just ask you a quick question. Okay. Are you suffering in servitude?
What? Never in my life. I was not even when I was not married.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. Do I beat you?
If you run, maybe yes. But only if you run, you can beat me. Stop it! Oh, you got laughing gas in the house.
Wait a minute. What else is there? Am I mean to you? Well, yes. When I tell you to make me a coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Of course.
Okay, off you go.
You wouldn't last one day if you had done it.
No, off you go. Shit. I tell you one thing: if you ever want to see the perfect relationship, all you have to do is listen to us. So, yeah, and I applaud the individuals because someone said, that they wouldn't tell me because I'd lose my shit. Yeah, when it comes to my wife, I will lose my shit, and that's when I will take the gloves off. And I know there's people out there who will try to press that button, but we already know about that. But let me tell you something right now. Right? Whatever these people say and whatever these people do, right, you know the truth. Oh shit. And it's probably, and also what you have to remember is that some of these people don't have the relationships that I have, and probably never have had that type of relationship because they've probably either been too narcissistic in their relationship, or I mean, you can't discuss someone else's relationship if you're not there and you don't know about it. But when that person tells you and you've got evidence and you've got proof of how that person behaves, then you can comment, because those individuals, have no leg to stand on when it comes to relationships. Because if they're not in one, yeah, fine, you can't say shit, right? So unless you actually live here and you're in this relationship, and not once have you ever heard me or my beloved queen argue, raise our voices to each other in any shape or form, no matter what time it is, right? You'll actually see a very, very strong relationship, a strong connection. We are not just husband and wife. We are friends. We are soulmates. And I worship the ground she walks on. What can you say about your relationship? I think I have, as they say on The Mandalorian, I have spoken. Yeah. It just amazes me how small-minded some people, and it's also quite concerning because, like, when you've got people who are very easily convinced, and with all the stuff that gets posted on that face, and the fact that people get called out, on their deception, their lies, and their fabricated stories, And when, like the screenshots that I showed you tonight, that's not me making shit up. That's me responding to someone else's post. That's me pointing and go, oh shit, look, it's happened again. This time with someone else. This time under other circumstances, but it's exactly the same pattern. It's exactly the same thing. Now, anyone with any type of common sense would take a step back and go, do you know what? Thank you, Taz. I appreciate that. Our relationship is rare. I mean, luckily, I do have children. I do have, can say that their relationship is exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. And you don't see me, the thing is, when you once you take a child and you use a child and weaponize that child, try to manipulate a relationship in any sense whatsoever, right? You've lost all respect from me, all type of respect, everything. You just are scum of the earth. Yeah, and that's why I always once in a while bring up HG, because like a lot of people seem to forget that she exists. And that's why I mention her once in a while, just to remind people that there is a child in the middle of all this crap that lives in squalor. So just remember that. Because I think a lot of people have fallen off that path. Now, I know there's people on their streams, they talk about me and they talk about other people and everything else. They can do that as long as they don't use my voice or my content, because they don't have my permission to do so. But if people talk about me, that means they're afraid. That means they're behind me, because that's where haters belong and are, behind you. Right? Because they will never achieve to be either next to you or in front of you, because it's always secondhand information that you hear. But that child, right? That I hope, I hope that the law enforcement or some sort of body in the United States, may it be Florida or federal, I don't really care, as long as someone over in the United States actually looks at this whole thing, right, and says, you know what, good morning, Malin, and they turn around and they said, you know what, I think we need to step in. I think we need to investigate this. And I think there's enough information that's been put out there. And I mean, enough information that's been put out there where the CPS can actually then now step in and actually do their job and remove that child from this situation until the court case is over or done with. And then after that, the family of that child, the biological parents of that child, okay, can start doing something about it, because I'm still thinking that there's something wrong with those adoption papers. I know there's something wrong with it, because like Deuce Boy shared some pictures that Lynette Preston took, and one of the pictures of that was the top of the page, or the top of the paperwork was covered, so it was blocking the information. Now, why would you do that? What are you hiding? And like the rumor at the time was saying that the biological mother, right, had to sign that paperwork under duress, who was not willing, who didn't want to sign it. So apparently she wrote on there stating that I'm signing this under duress. I'm forced to sign it, so I'm signing it under duress. Now, if we do come to see that actual handwriting on that paperwork, then obviously that opens another can of worms, which a lot of these grifters will jump on. And also, yeah, that's a good thing, Taz. But here's another thing that you have to take into consideration as well. That someone from the Levy County was actually detained for theft of, I don't know, I can't remember where I saw it, but someone actually got fired for, I don't know, I can't. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember. And here's another thing: I don't know about American law that much. Aussie areas, I have to agree, would love that investigated. I think Aussie areas. I think. Wait a minute, Aussie areas. You new here? Hi, welcome. Sorry, you just popped out from the blue there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that needs to be investigated because don't forget the crampons at one point had some woman on there who apparently was part of that adoption. The father never signed the birth certificate. Well, technically, he doesn't. Well, at the end of the day, one way or the other, he doesn't really have to because the mother is the main point of interest. Because, like, if she's, if she was under duress and she was basically forced into a corner, maybe because she was using rugs or whatever, and she was then pushed in a corner and gave an ultimatum, right? We'll take the child off you or da 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 because you're using this and that and that. Okay, I mean, you have to think of every single possible outcome. What happened that night for her to, what was said, what was done, and the fact that this happened over the time when the pandemic was going on is another question mark that should be asked. There's a lot of questions that need to be asked, but they're not being asked, not by the right people anyway. And the fact that with what's been going on, with the fact that what's been going on, the fact that there's a lot of contradictions. For example, oh, you need to stay for my child. She's deadly ill. Blah blah blah. Don't take pictures and all that stuff. But she will allow someone, we're talking about Biscuit Boy, to record and be within a couple of feet of the child with no mask and recording that child and then putting it on his own platform. And then if you look at the history of that person's father, and then you also do a little bit of digging on that individual, okay, you'll find some interesting things out. Now, I'm not going to say it. I'll let other people discuss that. All right. But at the end of the day, it needs to be investigated. And Aussie Aries, regardless if he signed something or he didn't, the whole topic needs to be investigated. It needs to be opened up, and someone independent, unbiased, needs to go in there and rip that case apart and find out what's happened, and find out why a newborn child is given to someone who has Munch. Apparently, she's got Munchausen syndrome, and apparently she's disabled, right? And she is now 63. That child is 5. So when that child is 15, okay, she'll be 73. Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Okay. So if you take into consideration the difference, right, of a 15-year-old is bad enough. We all know, anyone who's a parent knows what it's like to have a 15-year-old bounce off every single freaking wall in a building, about the emotions, about everything else. Imagine what it's going to be like with a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or 11-year-old or a 9-year-old. I mean, once that little angel, right, becomes a teenager, it's going to be like throwing a grenade into a room without the pin, and the grenade is made of rubber. It's going to be bouncing all over the freaking shop. So you're telling me that a woman who conducts and behaves the way she does, Lynette Preston I'm talking about, right, who is 63 and behaves the way she does, how long do you think she'll be able to handle a child who's bouncing off all the walls? A child who has a fit because of not having a cell phone, or can't watch a program, or doesn't have a computer, or can't go. And the fact that this child probably won't go to school or be homeschooled, and probably won't have friends. What do you think that's going to do to that child's mind? You want to be in my relationship. Why would you want to be in my relationship, Galaxy Gamer? What? You don't want to be in my relationship. There's only space for 2 people. That's me and the beautiful wife of mine. And plus, obviously, my kids and the cat, who right now is cleaning herself. You are a weird fucking cat. Do you know that? You sit there like an old man. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Don't look at me like that. Just clean yourself. All right. Yeah, Taz, the thing is, she can't handle her now. Screams at her. Yeah, I mean, that's been an ongoing thing. The thing is, there's enough people that are following this case that have the right connections. It's just a matter of time. Taz, here's the problem. That comment is perfect because if anyone had the right connections, why hasn't this been already dealt with? This should have been already addressed. The fact that we've seen video evidence, which a lot of people say is fake, but we've seen a lot of evidence of the chefs and right, Roy Bonecrusher. It's because I want to write out of you. Roy Bonecrusher. Really? Oh, brilliant. I was just about to yeet you out of here, but you just created that account. Good on you. Yeah, and you know what? All right. Just on the fact that you came in using someone else's name, right? I don't care who you are. Just because you've come in here using someone else's name, right? Now, don't you find that interesting? Galaxy Gamer 1107, all right, and Roy Bonecrusher. Oh dear me. Oh dearie me. I actually remove Roy Bonecrusher from my stream, and look what happens. Galaxy Gamer 1107 and Roy Bonecrusher are the same account. Oh, you silly individual. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. Thanks very much. Thank you so much for that. That is no. This is how stupid people are. I can't believe you did that. So that one and that one are the same person. Go fucking figure. That is the first time I've seen that happen. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Let's have a look at that one. Let's have a look at you. Oh, shit a brick. Why would you do that? Why? You seriously think I care? And I hope it's not, I swear to God, I hope it's not the person who I think it is. Because this would be absolutely freaking hilarious. This would be absolutely hilarious. Hang on a minute. Let me go and check on someone. What do you mean Mitch, what do you mean I was putting you in time? I didn't put you in timeout. Oh, Sharon, yeah, she's an angel. No, sorry, Mitch, I didn't time you out. What do you mean? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. 1 second. This is too funny. Hang on. What, the FBI? Well, I hope the FBI investigate. I really do that they are involved in all this. I really do, because they know exactly what to look for and what to ask. Wait a minute. Was oh shit. Oh shit. I'm sorry, Mitch. I didn't really. You fucker. Oh mate, that means I need to go back in and fucking on. Oh, that is too funny. That. Oh my god, that's too funny. Oh shit! Now I got to fuck. Oh, that's where was it? Oh no! It's only for 24 hours. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Uh, oh, but I tell you one thing though. You've basically actual fact, Mitch. That was funny as hell. That you're funny. But one thing I have to say though, it's very interesting because now we know when people come into your stream and you remove them or you time them out, and suddenly you've got two people who suddenly get timed out at the same time, then you know who that individual is. So then you can actually take a screenshot and go, yep, these people here. Yeah. So yeah, sport. Yeah, Mitch. Yeah. No, I tell you one thing, Mitch. Mitch, next time, give me a fucking heads up, will you? No, the fun part was like when it was just really weird, and then and the thing is when someone used someone else's actual name, I think that's a little bit, and when I actually timed Royale. And then I suddenly saw Galaxy Gamer get timed out exactly the same time. I was like, "Oh my god, I've just learned something new!" And then when you turned around and said, "Hey, why are you timing me out?" I was like, "I didn't time you out." And then you explained it, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that was funny." Come on, Mitch, that was funny. You have to admit that was funny. You did catch me out on that one. You did get me. You got me good on that one. Right. But now, yeah. So we'll just leave it there. Right. There's no ill intent. There was no ill intent. Okay. So yeah. That was fucking hilarious. Oh god, that was funny. I am sorry, but that was that was freaking funny. Oh my word. I know. Don't worry about it. Hey Mitch, don't worry about it. 1 second. I'm gonna DM you very quickly. Yeah. Well, I just sent you a message, buddy. All right. Obviously, keep it quiet. Keep it to yourself. But that was freaking funny. But at least now, right? We know that if someone I mean, I don't think I will ever change my username ever. But at least I know you can do it. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back onto the topic. What were we talking about before? Oof, next door has a brand new 18 RV. Don't want that. Oh dear. Uh, Sadly, the little girl doesn't know any other way of life. Yeah, that's that Aussie Gen. That's the problem. Um, it is Mother's Day here in the UK. Yeah. Um, that I think that's the all I would like to see is the system, may it be the feds or maybe the CPS or the police, state police or federal police, go in there, remove that child, put the child into a home where she's got a warm bath, a warm bed, clean clothes, 3 decent meals a day, and she's getting the love and the support that she needs, and also the education she needs. And then, and let the courts deal with it afterwards. Let the family courts deal with it afterwards. Because I think that this whole adoption thing, is a bit strange. Roger that. Yeah, I've just seen it. Bro. I've responded. And good morning, SMN. Welcome to. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I have been live over 3 hours. 3.5 hours, Jesus. All right, so we're going to be calling it a day. All right, we're going to be calling it a night. I hope that you had a very good night. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Remember to hit that like button. All right. And remember to spread the word, because after today, we are going back to the normal broadcasting of talking about general topics and having fun. At some point today, will be talking to my pretty so we can plan our next stream together, which is going to be extremely interesting for a lot of people, especially for American individuals, especially for people who served, and anyone's family members who served, may it be in the Navy or the Army. Especially anyone who had relatives who served in the First and Second World War, you are going to like these two topics. Other than that, I just want to say thank you very much for everyone. Thanks, Mitch, for putting a smile on my face. Yeah, I got kicked out of the Fleas channel in less than 2 minutes for asking to prove. Yeah. Unfortunately, Taz, that's going to happen with people like that because they don't like people probing, basically. Yeah, and give your queen a hug from me, and hug to see you, love you, and catch up, fam. See you around. Marlene, you take care, sweetheart. And I'm going to give you a hug in a minute, darling.
Yes, fine.
One of many, yeah. Yeah. At the moment, I think I've got about 20 people in chat, and I think every single one of them wants me to hug and give you a big, humongously large kiss with a zig out. Yeah, so guys, I do apologize for the long stream today, but at least you've enjoyed yourself. It's been an interesting roller coaster. We've covered quite a lot of topics. So anyway, guys, and one thing I want to stress is that I know a lot of you go to different streams, and I know a lot of you go into streams with people who've caused most of the problems or are part of the problem. You're not going to be judged on that. The only time you're going to be judged is if your conduct and behavior in my stream, or if you're in Missy Lady's stream, or in Squid's, or anyone else's. I got asked the other night, do I feel tough now that I am a mod in certain people's streams. And I've turned around and I said, listen, if I'm modded in someone else's stream, I am modded out of, it's an honorary mod. I will not do anything because there are mods in that stream who have been mods way before I was. And when you receive an honorary mod, right, you do not have the right to dictate to anyone who's been there longer than you. All right. So that's why most of the time you'll just see me chatting and anything else. And one thing I can tell you now, I will not step on anyone's feet. I will sit in the background. Now, if someone turns around to me and says, if a mod turns around to me and says, oh, why didn't you do something? I go, well, because it's not my place. I am an honorary mod. Yeah. Until I get taken to one side and I am told exact rules by the head mod or one of the moderators who's been there the longest, and they take me to one side and say, right, this, and this, I go, okay. All right. 99% of the time, I probably won't do anything anyway because it's not my place to do that. So before anyone starts getting their knickers in a twist, if they're wearing any, most of you people actually wear it over your head because, yeah. Anyway, but as I said, unfortunately, I've done this stream, and I doubt very much that I will be streaming the gaming stream today. And you can thank all those idiots out there who fought that lying through their teeth and fabricating, false stories with false narratives. But at least now you can see that at least two people have been vindicated, right, from just by a couple of people, right, just a couple of people, an individual posting up, right, some evidence about certain individuals that apparently when you talk about these individuals, you are the bad guy and you are picking on people with disabilities. But there you go. But anyway, on that note, guys, I want you to go and enjoy this tune. Enjoy it. Have a fantastic evening, a fantastic morning. And remember, it's Mother's Day here in the UK, or probably everywhere in the world, depending if you celebrate Mother's Day. So remember, if your mother is still with you, okay, go and get some flowers, go and get, send them a gift, or go and wish them a happy Mother's Day. And have a good day. Have a positive day. And hopefully, I can't wait till all this is done so I can stop proving people wrong. But I do hope you have a beautiful day. And remember, a smile a day keeps the weird fuckers away.
Spawn trooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise, second chances, they wear thin, Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around, justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets creep. Truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lie. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances